Alright, we're back with more trails, and it has been a minute again, because, reasons. But I'm gonna see if I can get back into it, and hopefully stream a little bit more often.
What to do?
Because at this rate, I'm not gonna finish this game before the end of the year. There's 4 SG on the bulletin board. License to kill a lowlife. There's a hitman formerly under Almanda's employ, who's still at large and has a hefty bounty on her head. I want you to drag this little rat out of whatever hole she's hiding in, and drop her off on the goddess' front gates. Do that, and you'll be compensated handsomely. No sender. This is a rather disturbing request. It's barely even a bounty hunting job. Almada, the world's worst mafia organization, has been totally crushed. Most of the remnants have been captured as well, but some of them have slipped through the cracks. And among them, an assassin off the most wanted list. It's hard to believe. I don't remember all the details of who she is, but the guild should have more information. I'm fairly certain she was a sniper, at least. And the person who made the request was probably hurt in some way by her actions. Now that they know where she is, they decided to take revenge. Are you worried about something? Well, there's something bugging me. Wait, you can't seriously mean to take this on. I didn't say that. I'm accepting it. But I do need to know more. Regardless, it's a forest PG. I can't just ignore it. So let's at least check in with the guild and see what they know. Alright, but I won't let you dirty your hands in front of me. Keep that in mind when we're talking to Hazel. Alright, but it depends on what we learned.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Head to the guild has been added to the top of the travel menu. Oh. Oh yeah, I guess we don't have access to that district right now. Makes sense. Okay.
Let's see what we got.
I say we talk with everybody in this area of town, and then we'll do that side quest. Regina, C rank. Well then, shall we head in to do some combat training for the afternoon? We're gonna be fighting monsters, right? Oh yes, I'll have you know my combat skills are next level, Regina. I mean, ignoring everything that happened this morning, and the fact they only really made it out alive because of Gray, but I'll slice and dice those nasty critters to bits. They'll be sorry they ever infringe on the safety of Edith's civilians. It's kind of adorable just how naive she is. Well then, let's just make sure you don't let your guard down. Of course, now's my chance to show what I'm really made of. Oh, she'll be okay down there. Well, you can back her up. I'll chop those Nancy monsters to bits. Now's my chance to put the skills my brother taught me to the test. Your brother? Been taking turns observing the new recruit lately, and so far she's exactly how the others described. She's adorable and all, but I feel like I need to keep a close eye on her. And never getting injured on my watch after all. She's got potential. Though. I'm sure she'll be a great bracer. Locked. Oh, it's her. 2 bracers handling a monster bounty? They seem to have something of a mentor-mentee relationship. Though perhaps the dangers of combat could open their hearts to more. Oh wait, what am I saying? That's improper, Philia. Anyway, I pray that they'll be safe in their endeavors.
Well,
Oh, but how precious it is to see a senior guiding a junior. I pray they'll be safe in their endeavors. It was so much fun, you guys. Hey, it's the adoptive kid of the one person from the Blacklight District. It was so much fun, you guys. Doing really well in class, Yada. Make sure you keep studying your math, too. This next test is gonna be a showdown between you and me here. Got it. See you later. Yada can be kinda weird sometimes, but he's a super hard worker. Can't wait to play with him again tomorrow. School day was even funner than it was yesterday. I wonder when Mommy's gonna pick me up, though. He says the up above is dangerous, so that's why she makes sure to pick me up from school herself. Yada, apparently there's gonna be some space event happening soon. And kids can watch too. Really? I want to go. I see Sister Miria is still as useful as ever. Youthful. Though she's still as clumsy as ever as well. At least she seems to be gaining virtue at the sight of Father Nikolai. She'll come into her own in no time, I suppose.
May the goddess watch over us now. Protect us. Now where?
Is there anything in here? Maybe upstairs, though. Father apologies. Father Zeman. Huh. Well, it's been quite a while, hasn't it? I'm glad to see you're indeed as hale and whole as you claim to be in your letters. Bishop Orwell, glad to see you're in good health as well. And Father Watson, please, there's no need to be so formal. I withdraw myself from the congregation for the sacraments after all. I'm an everyday civilian now. Humble as ever, I see. He's got pull at the cathedral too, huh? Well, knowing Master, I can't exactly say I'm surprised. The rivalry between the Congregation for Divine Worship and the Congregation for the Sacraments doesn't seem to matter at all to them. I imagine that's because of their respect for one another. After all, why let petty disputes interfere with the perfectly friendly working relationship? Finally, some people with sense. I'm full glad am I to see Father Burgard again, and enjoying his life quite thoroughly, it seems. I must say that biker fashion of his is interesting indeed. Perhaps I'd like to try wearing something similar someday. If you're interested, I'd be happy to give you a few shop recommendations. You know, for a bishop, Orwell's actually surprisingly down to earth.
Beginning search.
You're only saying that because he likes cars. Or bikes, I guess, in this case.
Initiating
The
search.
bike wear. Father Nikolai tasked me with visiting the cathedral today, specifically to deliver a report on the chapel in Old Town. It's a shame I don't get the chance to stop by very often. There's just something about this place that's so refreshing. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to ask about our teacher vacancy while I'm here. Surely someone must know a good candidate for the role. Just what kind of person would be the best fit? We held extra special lessons at our Sunday school on occasion. We like to include guest lectures for them too. Oh, perhaps I'll find our next guest here.
Initiating search.
And all the way up here.
Initiating search.
Damn, came all this way and there's nothing.
Initiating search.
Did we find the thing on this map? Doesn't look like we did.
Search.
Guess I'll do a quick run up and down the street. I think there were some gems there.
No reason to go that way.
Okay. I heard they've recently started selling cakes for dogs at Andalusia, although they're apparently only doing a test run at the moment. Would you like to try one, Apollo? Of course he would. He's a good boy. Cakes for dogs, huh? Damn, Hal thinks of everything. Aw, so Pitts will be able to share in the joy of sweet treats too now, huh? Oh.
The new first years are quite the hard workers.
So, welcome to Edict Cathedral. Would you all like to pray for the success of the space program? We've received a number of visitors who have expressed interest in doing so recently. Let us know if you're interested as well.
Well then. Initiating search.
One more guy. This is the embassy for the Principal of Alsane. If I'm not mistaken, you're an acquaintance of Prince Sharid's, correct? Did you have a message for him? Oh, no, we were just passing by. Already talked to him earlier anyway. Yeah, it was earlier today. Hey, Chessmaster, how's it going? You have any messages for the members of the royal family? I'll gladly receive them. Cool. Black car across the street. Do this in case we have to make decisions. You don't normally see that black land carrier around here. Is that them? Can you look into it? Yes, there's no mistake. They've attempted to obfuscate it, but their orbital net protocol, their OP address, haha, matches the culprit. I can verify it too. It seems they still haven't noticed us. It's finally time for them to pay the piper. That's one way to put it. It'll definitely be a pain if we let him get away. We'll use the car to block him in. Elaine, you ready to move? Yes, I've already arranged for the vehicles. Ready at any time. Then let's begin the arrest. This so stupid. 30 years of being on this earth and you're just now realizing koalas have 4 thumbs. I have never looked into koala biology, so I didn't know that either. Hey, are you still having trouble? These guys know what they're doing. You've laid out branches across every access point along the expressway. Just who are these guys? Yeah, how's it going? Hey, guys, got a minute? Don't tell me it's... Dub racers. Watch out, we're surrounded. Are you freaking kidding me? How'd they find us? Damn it, I'm not getting caught like this. Onto the sidewalk. Did our endgame come a little short? This can't be helped. The drone delivery service? Laying down spikes? Caltrops? But animals have extra limbs than humans is kinda your thing. That's a very interesting thing to have, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, what's going on here? Managed to capture them. They damaged a pole, though. It appears they really were criminals operating on the orbital net for Armada. Yes, we captured them before, but since they didn't have any real charges against them, they were released after 6 months. Who would have thought they'd start spreading ransomware again once the heat died down? It appears they even rebuilt their old hacking system. Such high specs and cunning design, I expect Melchior is behind it. That explains all the twisted stuff they were doing. But now all that exploitation's gotta be put to rest. How can I ever repay you? Thank you, all of you. Our computer should be back to normal now, right? And none of our data got leaked, right? Yes, we were able to recover the restoration key from the culprit's computer. But you can use it as soon as you'd like. It was more trouble than anticipated, but it looks like it's a job well done. About that. There's one other thing I have to confirm first. The Crawford mystery account that kept getting in the way. That was you, wasn't it, Playboy? Oh, you noticed? Guess a nosy yours is worth its reputation after all, Spriggan. Ah, so he was our assistant, and that's why his drone showed up. He certainly looks like a Playboy. That drone would make you... Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Rains, and I am ostensibly I run the drone shop. I'm more or less a contract employee of RNA Securities. As you'd expect, my help was enlisted by Edgeworth General Trading Co.'s upper management. RNA Securities? They specialize in cybercrimes, don't they? Yes, that's what puts them on the map. Their headquarters are based in Laburo. Upper management? Wait a second. I never expected the Spriggan and I would try the same approach. But everything worked out in the end, so let's just leave it at that. Though, and it breaks my heart to say so, I will have to make a full report, including details about how the system was breached. They'll find out? What should I do? They'll fire me for sure. That's part of why he asked us for help. What should we do, Van? Good point. What are we gonna do? But, how have I been? I have, I'll be honest, the last like 3-4 days have been rough. I have not been well, which is why I haven't streamed. I just had no motivation to really do anything. Feeling slightly better now that I'm actually streaming for whatever reason. So maybe I should just stream more. So what do we do? Have him come clean, have him feign ignorance, make a deal with Reigns. Feign ignorance. I think that's the chaos choice. Sounds like it. Well, it's not totally impossible to feign ignorance. Really? It's likely that the ransomware messed up the internal data. It can be recovered, but people won't be as confident in its credibility. Not to mention, it was retrieved by a suspicious brigand. Even if there were some strange orbital records, how persuasive could they be? That's true. It would hardly be decisive evidence. They could probably still look into the section chief's account activity to find something more reliable, but that would be getting away from the source of the virus. So I just have to keep saying I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Thank you. I don't really like this, but I guess it can't be helped. After that, the group said their goodbyes to the grateful client and resumed their activities. While they weren't looking, Reigns disappeared, and a certain ore mill was delivered to Van Zypha. It was fun, Spriggan. Let's do it again sometime. Yes, this is a little thanks from me. Hope it helps. 3 vitality droplets.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Reward deposited.
Let's see which one that is. All gray. Okay. So the making a deal probably would have been chaos then. Yes. I tried. Now that we finish off this gig, it's time to get ready for the real deal. I can lead crossbow to my younger brother. But it's time I unraveled everyone's movements, which all seem to center on the Republic, Ouroboros to Thors and everyone in between. Just to make sure nobody's gambling with the future of the continent. Seems like he is a bit more important than he lets on. Been nearly 60 years since the Orbital Revolution, but even to this day, technology continues to astound me. I think humanity is actually attempting to reach the stars. Perhaps I'm simply not with the times anymore, but the very thought is mind-boggling to me. Reach beyond the sky to the very seat of the goddess. Perhaps I'm simply not with the times anymore, but the very thought is mind-boggling to me.
Your first years are
Beginning search.
This area is quieter than usual. Due to the post-exam holidays, most likely.
no doubt. The kids are probably celebrating their newfound freedom.
Not that they'll be going as buck wild as you did.
Agnes is here to help out the student council, right? I hope she enjoys the sweets we got him.
Oh, he's running his stand. He got a whole...
Check out Eddie's Deals on Wheels.
He got a whole cart. Hey there, welcome to Eddie's Deals on Wheels. Wait, Arkwright Solutions? Oh, for the love of... You saw nothing. But the smile you gave us is so bright and cordial. It would be a shame to forget it. Hey, aren't you the son of that lady who owns the general store in Old Town? Went and started your own business, eh? Well, I just want to be able to run a proper store like my mom's, you know? My old boss, Thompson, was the one who actually gave me the push I needed to do it, though. Thought up a whole business plan, borrowed the cash I needed from the bank, this old food truck, and now here I am. Been kind of rough so far, if I'm being honest. Thought it'd be a good idea to set up in front of the school today, but all the students are on break, apparently. Didn't get as many customers as I thought I would. But this is just the beginning. Not losing hope just yet. That's the spirit. Never give up, kid. Keep going and you might just open up a whole new world for yourself. Well, here's hoping, I guess. By the way, since you're here and everything, why don't you guys buy something? Promise all my stock is top of the line. Alright, we can take a gander. Do I even have the money? I don't know how much money we got. Really appreciate if you guys could help clean out my stock since all the students aren't breaking all. Also, please don't tell Berzelli about this. With her family owning a bank and all, I'm worried she'll want to try giving me a leg up somehow, but I won't end up relying on them, you know? Gotta do this on my own. Perfectly respectable. Feel kind of bad for keeping her out of the loop, but I swear I'll tell her once I start getting the hang of things.
What's it gonna be?
What you got? Muscat soda. Carbonated juice made with a generous amount of muscat grapes. Eddie's special bento. A high-calorie meal set packed with side dishes personally selected by Eddie.
Later.
I didn't clear it out, but I bought some of your stuff.
Chalk one up.
I heard Artemis' students are meant to be on break for the rest of the week, but funnily enough, I'm still seeing kids in their uniforms. Must be here for the club activities, I imagine. Ah, you, so full of ambition. It seems like Madeline here agrees with me. Oh. Oh, isn't this Artemis Academy? I was heading toward the Tyrol district. How do you get up all the way over here? Whatever, just gotta get this thing delivered before it's marked as late clutch. Don't want to get getting yelled at again after all. He chose the worst job. Did I see the battle? I did, and I was also right. Unless there were some crazy feats, I could not see Yusuke winning the fight. Oh hey, didn't expect to run into you two today. I can't remember what the battle for next time was. What was it again? It was like Metal Sonic and somebody else, right? Hey, didn't expect to run into you two today. It's been a while, Mr. Powell, Miss Matilda. Oh, look, I found the thingy. Stell. That could be that'll definitely be an interesting fight. I wonder how they will stack up. Because I have a general idea of Cell's bullshit. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bullshit for Metal Sonic in the comics that I don't know of. Especially since now Metal Sonic's getting a whole episode dedicated to himself and not just being a single piece of Eggman's army. Let's see. Hello there. And you're coming. Consuming. That's me eating. To Artemis today. Something about having business with the student council, correct? Struck by the urge to mentor its newest members, were you? I was missing who was the one talking. Something like that. Are you for work? I assume the break was for Artemis' teachers as well. We are indeed, though to be frank, some of our students aren't getting a break either. At least not really. We don't mind being so busy though, especially not when it's for the children. Plus, I'd argue work gives us a sense of meaning in life. Something you don't get when you're lazing around at home. I can tell you, you've got one hell of a work ethic, Miss Matilda. Seems the new student council is already busy. I imagine they'll struggle with getting the hang of things at first, but I have faith they'll manage in no time. I'm looking forward to seeing what they plan on preparing for the coming year. Hey, not talking to you. He has one of his own against Zero. I don't remember that one. Must have been a long time ago. The first year seem to have finally accustomed themselves to Artemis. Not even thrown themselves right into club activities, and of course, there are those who have been working with the student council. Yes, another fine batch of pupils this year.
Initiating search.
Oh. Oh, there it is. Give me the money.
Reward deposited.
Alright, let's go visit Agnes. That was the whole thing. Ah, the memories. I keep thinking I'm gonna look up and see that sign Casara put together. A shame I missed out on the festivities this time around. Sounds as though it was quite the event. I hear it even surpassed the likes of the festival event and the schoolmates put together. That's quite the feat. Hate to admit it, but yeah, they outdid us. Wait, back up, Burgard. And the way you said that, one might assume you personally... Drop the thing. I'm gonna toss that out later. Assume you personally attended the Artemis Academy Festival of 8 years ago. Just didn't have one advantage against Ichigo. I mean, Bleach's power scaling is kind of bullshit, but yeah. I mean, like, they say with, like, a lot of their matchups, like, the two things that they want to try to do is they want to keep it somewhat even in some way, and they want to have the characters have something in common. Which is why they chose Yusuke and Ichigo, because they're both people who are sort of dead. And it just so happens that it's a one-sided stomp. They still make the fight look nice and entertaining to watch. It was a pretty good fight. I like old-fashioned sprite fights. Was that true? Yeah, he was there, though we hadn't met at that point. Did somebody come by while he was in the capital on day 2, right? That's correct. I had a rather good time too. That play you wrote was the event's crowning jewel. The Story of the Calvardian Revolution was its title, no? Young Elaine's performance as Shino was as captivating as was impeccable. You're too kind. Would you tell me about this, Van? It never came up. Oh, hello, Van. Long time no smell. Okay. I know I said this before, but thank you so much for all your help during the festival. The school said you'd be swinging by. Something about having business with the student council. If dropping off a little treat counts as business, then yeah. Sounds like they had their hands full lately. Man, oh man, don't you know the half of it? I'm proud of them. How many students are willing to come in on a day off? Oh, and did I hear right that Miss Bright is going back home this semester? Things are only gonna get tougher for them if so. Just one more boulder in their path they'll have to climb over. We haven't finished our current slate of 4 SPGs, but we'll probably have time to do them later. Oh, it triggers an event that slightly alters the state of the Arbor District. I guess we'll hold off for now then. On second thought, I think we'll give them a bit more time. They're probably still busy. Fair enough. Feel free to come back anytime. Well, heading to the guild is the next side quest, so... to the guild.
Let's roll.
Then we'll go to the Grand Circuit. The group headed to the guild and explained the circumstances to Hazel. It is Hazel. I'm 99% sure. And I keep saying Hazel. Yeah. I see, so even those kinds of requests made it to you, huh? Female sniper from Almada still hasn't been captured despite being on our wanted list. Well, it's probably about her. Lady Silence. Hell of a name. Do you not know her real name? No, sadly, we were never able to figure it out. Her work is notorious, since she never leaves any traces behind. Is that so? It's like she's a brilliant sniper. Lady Silence, coming back to me, was a terrifying sniper that Almada deployed at several important junctures. However, her targets were always members of the underworld. Correct. There is no record of her ever having killed a civilian. That's why neither we nor the police have considered her a high priority. It seems like the type who's committed to her work. Is there anything else you know about her? Let me think. She's always been wrapped in mystery. To the best of our knowledge, her first job was around 10 years ago. She originally rose to infamy under the former leader Enrique, but she earned Dante's trust too. That's all true as far as we know. 10 years ago, huh? Been around a while. Given that, Hal might actually know something. He works with Jack Trevor, right? Limeport's information broker / gambler. Are you able to get in contact with her? That button is programmed on this controller? Okay. Well, rumor is they're not in Limeport right now. Not that we can't call her up and ask if she knows anything. Hey man. We're not getting any video. You busy with something? Sorry, we're in the middle of a gig. You'll have to be happy with just voice. You can only talk for a little bit though. Did you need Jack? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. He explained the circumstances to Hal and asked her about Lady Silence. It's that kind of request, huh? So, you want to know about her? What can you tell us? Well, she used to be good to me back when I worked for Enrique. We'd exchange information occasionally, even after I left the organization. But once Almada got wiped out, we lost contact. Oh. Phone call, sorry. Apologies for the extended delay. Long conversation about my dad not understanding how expensive airplane tickets are when we were both searching them up at the same time. Did I miss anything? Let's see. Sorry about the delay, though. I didn't expect it to take that long, however long it was. Let's see, the one's Mago. Is that right? Won't excuse her crimes, but I will tell you she's a reasonable woman. She's not the kind of person who would kill needlessly. That's as much as the guild and police know, too. I'll tell you this, but only because it's you. Her name is Candace. She lives together with her son, who's turning 12, but they move around a lot. The last place they lived that I know of was in the Tyrol district. She was renting a room above their brother's music shop. Thanks. I'll pay you back when I can. I look forward to it. Give ourselves a good clue for once. Yes, we shouldn't underestimate our resolutions. You guys work quick. Shall we head to the Tyrol district already? Yes.
Yay! I get to go shopping with Mom.
Maybe we should start singing. Oh, that movie was the shit, man.
Huh. I want to hear what the shopkeeper has to say. Man, I know. Now, just let them do what they want. The group entered Brothers' music shop and asked the shopkeeper about Candace. Apparently, a woman and child had been living there, but they had moved out a few months ago. The shopkeeper didn't know where they moved to. Looks like we came in vain, except... us too, huh? Looks like we lured out some prey. Take the back streets. We'll split up and go after him. I'll take him head on. Right. No way I'd lost them already. They can't have been that fast, which means they're hiding. Where did the target of your pursuit go? I mean, they most likely hid behind a car. Yep. They're the one who's been following us, huh? I already saw through me. Guess they're not a springing for nothing. That wasn't half bad. I take it you had me marked from the start. Wouldn't have guessed you'd be just a little punk, though. Will you approach us even knowing who you are? That must make you Candace's son, huh? Now that you mentioned it, her son was supposed to be around 12 years old. Right on the money. My name's Stan, and I've got a request for you concerning my mom. No kidding. I suppose we can at least hear out what you got to say, even if you are acting a little smug. Appreciate it. So lately, my mom's been acting real weird. I tried looking into it. What I found was a Forest PG saying someone wants to kill her. You're pretty observant and motivated for someone your age. It would appear you're also aware of your mother's occupation. Well, it's not like she told me directly, but I kind of figured it out. She may be some sort of criminal, but to me she's just my mom. Like I love moving around all the time, but I'm grateful to her for raising me. So I'd like to overwrite your Forest PG. You want me to overwrite a Forest PG? Yes, I know she's probably being hunted by people who want her dead. But I want you to help her and me escape the country. And she's got the mirror, in case you're wondering. She should be able to pay you. I see, so that's your plan. I mean, I can understand what she's going through, but... What do you propose, Mr. Arkwright? Whatever we do, depends on this guy's mom. Don't do anything for now, so can you arrange for us to talk to her? You can make empty promises, huh? Good, it's better that way. Makes you seem even more trustworthy. I'll arrange the meeting. Right now, even if you're free. You should be at home. Alright, lead the way. We currently live in an apartment in Riverside, just so you know. I'll head over there first, so let's meet up at the bulletin board in front of the subway station. Got it. USP get, or looking behind the car.
Let's roll, gang. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. You came. So we could finally hurry up and meet my mom, or what? Yeah. Alright, show me the way. Great, let's go. This is the apartment we're living in right now. Horizonheim, huh? Our room's on... What the... Wait, Mom? Hurry, after her. Outlaw passage. Looks like she ran in here, the underground maintenance tunnel. Chart search. Confirmed. Judging by the footprints, she's gone quite a ways in. Doesn't feel like she's running blind. That's Lady Silence for you. It's no surprise she's good at losing a tail. Dang it, why are you running, Mom? It's me. Let's hurry before we lose her. Oh. We actually have the whole,
I feel
the whole dungeon
reinvigorated.
here. Or is it just going to cut us off at the first area? Nope. It's actually the whole dungeon.
Artwork best on this enemy.
I'll take you on.
Well,
You can't hide anything from us.
HZ Mouse. Or, I guess, Hertz Mouse.
I suggest we strike now.
I'll dice you up!
Just say the word.
I won't hold back.
Sucker! Here to help.
Yes, we do need craft
Here's
points.
a little more! Bring it on! It's on you, Reset!
Now's your chance for a shot.
We're using this every so often.
Have some more! I shall have Sucker!
A satisfying fight.
Shall I make you a cup of tea, Mr. Z?
Beginning engagement. Brace yourself. Show what you're really capable of.
Battle complete. Let's bring out ahead.
Take this! You picked the wrong guy to fight. Looks like the gang's all here. Take this! Now! Gotcha! Take down! This'll suck you! Snooze, you lose!
Alright, let's get the smacking.
Got your back.
Oh.
Sucker!
Just say the word.
Too slow.
Hey, this stage fully replenished.
Well done, Fairy.
Let's get this roll.
Show what you're really capable of. Combat arts work best on this ending.
This'll suck. Gotcha!
Come back when you're stronger. Enemies, keep your wits about you.
I eagerly await your performance.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Here to help. Let's go.
Got your back.
Have some more.
Got your back.
Activating skill.
Goodness.
Miss Alfayed.
You'll pay for that. We're done.
This stage fully
Nice. That
replenished.
was great.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
Make a save just in case something happens.
Shock one up.
I'll
Shock
collect
one up.
those. Got Firestorm. Cool. Clotho. A CLM charges. I think it's the one where you use arts or crafts to boost. I don't know what decoy does. Please listen. You guys aren't trying to kill you. Get down, Stan. Ooh. Reset? Give it to me. What was that? A shard trap linked to containers. It's always good to be prepared. You made that one by the skin of our teeth. It would seem our party's been separated, however. At least the young man is still safe. Looks like she's pushing her son away on purpose. Maybe she's leading us to the people that are trying to kill her. Wait for me. Even to us. Thanks. Count on you. Let's chase after Candace. Whoops. You okay, Van? Yeah, but dang, her aim's precise. Doing it to keep us from getting near her. Something I'd like to confirm, and this seems as good a time as any. Tell me, Van, what are your impressions of this job? Now that you ask, I knew it seemed strange. It's like that, is it? She's trying to kill Van because, he killed Dantes? Which means I could just be going on a limb here, but it seems to me that the person who sent the original request was none other than Candace herself. Are you serious? What? Huh, then what about Stan? That last little trap was probably put in place to make sure he wouldn't get dragged into it. He's been leading us around by the nose all by herself. What more proof do you need? So far, everything's going exactly as Candace planned. Assisted suicide isn't the sort of job we normally accept, but she made it something else. In other words, she has a death wish. Seems highly likely. Sure is asking a lot. Here's the thought. Master, can I get you and the others to pursue the target? That won't be a problem. I said this at the start, but I won't allow any killing. Trust me, I know. And we'll see you later. Call and Hal, I'm guessing, who assist. My goodness, these guys are persistent, aren't they? You have no way out. Just stay there and turn yourself in. Man, you caught up. Spriggan. Pleasure making your acquaintance, Lady Silence. You do know why we're pursuing you, right? You came to take the life of a cold-blooded killer. What else? Sure, but something doesn't add up. How would such a proficient assassin who's been so successful in concealing her identity suddenly reveal herself so easily? Isn't it obvious? Until now, I've always been working for someone. And without a place to go, I can no longer wear the mask of Lady Silence. That's all there is to it. That's the angle you want to take. I don't know what you were trying to say earlier, but honestly, I've just grown tired of certain things. If you're going to do it, then do it already. That makes it sound like you want to die. Here's trouble. Looks like you weren't able to stop him like you hoped. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. We brought Stan as soon as we could. Well done, guys. Now, you still intend to make things difficult. It's not true, is it, Mom? Tell me it's not true. I refuse to believe you'd request someone to have someone kill you. I haven't admitted a thing. If I die here, then I'm simply getting what's coming to me. You don't have to be sad, Stan. If anything, you should be relieved that you'll finally be free of the restrictions living with you is forced on you. What are you even saying? There's no way I'll be relieved. I see. You know, Candace, I think what you're saying is right. No, I overrode a request, remember? He's charging up the stun caliber. Impressive bloodlust, Spriggan. And no matter how you look at it, I'm an assassin. I won't give my life for free. If you don't get serious, you'll be the one to see the goddess. Stop, please stop. Gonna KO her, right? Nope, just smacked the gun away. For all that, you still use blanks? Guess you're naive after all. I should be the one saying that. Why won't you kill me? Don't get it twisted. I'm not nearly as naive as you. Which is why I'm not gonna fulfill your wishes. What do you intend to do then? What are we gonna do with him? Oh, it's been a minute. What is the Eisen shield again? Here, we could search this up real quick. Rails. Eisen Shield is a Jaeger Corps from Central Zemuria, made up of members who are all ex-military and have previous combat experience. Okay. They sound familiar, but I couldn't remember what it was. So they're a Jaeger Corps. So do we want to arrest her or send her to a Jaeger Corps to do work? We'll send her to the Jaeger Corps. The Eisen Shield. Probably the more chaotic option. It's ultimately up to you, but why not take refuge with the Eisen Shield? I wonder what your big idea would be. I can't say I'm totally satisfied, but it might be one solution. That could be a good plan. Eisen Shield. They're a top-tier Jaeger Corps comprised mostly of former military and based in the Free Cities. Not only would that meet Stan's request of getting you out of the country, but it'd also give you a job. Come to think of it, you did send us on ahead. Seems like you called someone in advance. Yep, I had a short conversation with Commander Geraint. Ah, so that's what the phone call would be for most likely somebody to arrest him. Probably, one of the detectives. Or Commander Geraint. So that's how it is. It's not really what I had in mind, but maybe it'll be a good thing. Right, Mom? Are you kidding me? Just kill me. If you don't, then Stan will still be stuck with an angel of death. Me. You said something like that before. Angel of death, huh? Look, I get what you're saying. No matter how you put it, kid's got nowhere else he'd rather be. Just so we're clear, I don't want some mama's boy hating me for the rest of his life. I would too. I'd never forgive anyone who killed my mom. Dad, why'd you cling to someone as horrible as me? It's your fault for raising him that way. Of course, I can't just let a criminal like you roam free. Either give yourself to the Eisen Shield or turn yourself into the police. It's time to choose. Please, Stan. I guess it can't be helped. Take refuge with the Eisen Shield. And so, Van contacted Commander Geraint once again and handed Candace and Stan over to the Jaeger Corps. I'm sure he'll
Takes care of
appreciate a
that.
new member.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Chaos. Chaos ranked up to level 1, before Law hit level 1, somehow. Alright. The Grand Circuit.
Let's roll, gang.
We'll advance the Arbor District's stuff last. It is still exactly the same. Oh yeah, we have to say "I love you, Daddy" in front of the Ferris wheel. I forgot about that till now. Oh, the Grand Circuit's really buzzing right now. There shouldn't be any Zenith 1s on the schedule, though. I can hear motors revving, but it sounds different from the usual Z1s. Supposedly, today's event is a trial session of sorts for the GR Championship. Yeah, simply put, it's a race between commercial cars and hot rods instead of Z1 models. The bar enters a lot lower, so it's more accessible to amateur teams and underdogs. Real dealing until tomorrow, though. Today's race is just a dry one with the amateur teams mixed in. Well, compared to Z1, it would seem there are only so many fanatics who are partial enough to attend. Notwithstanding from what I hear, there is value to be had in spectating these competitions. What better way, after all, to demonstrate the limits and potential of the cars we drive on a daily basis? Oh, I knew you of all people would see the appeal, Master. That sells it then. We make a beeline for the track stat. Gathering info is still priority number 1, but I guess a quick peek won't do any harm. Sigh. If there's truly no talking our way out of it, let's take a look at that dry run then, in addition to the rest of the district. Yeah, there it is. Whew, riding a scooter really feels great. You're a good driver too, Lyle. Right? Well, feel free to let me know if you ever want to ride with me again. Also, please introduce me to any other girls who want to ride. What the hell? You're an enemy of all women. Why are you being so mean? I don't think my feelings have particularly changed, but it seems like Shinon's been more aggressive recently. Or am I just imagining things? At any rate, the scooter's a perfect movie prop. And not just for love stories, it could work for all kinds of situations. Did they have speakers that could be heard outside in the previous game?
At the Grand Circuit Gift Shop, you can find all manner of official Z1 merchandise while viewing displays of the most
VR
iconic
is fun to
moments
watch,
of
but
long
I'm a
history.
Z1 fan all the way. Because it's faster,
We even
simple as
have
that.
rare items that were used in actual races, so take your time and enjoy your visit.
Rockets are getting a lot of attention these days, and while they're cool, ultimately nothing beats C1 cars for me. After all, you can't just get the same sense of racing excitement with the other vehicles.
Search time.
Oh, it's the owner. Hey, long time no see, Spriggan. You probably heard, but
Here
they're
at
doing
the
a
Grand
dry run
Circuit Gift Shop,
for the
you can
GR
find
Championship
all
on the
manner
Grand
of
Circuit right
official
now.
Z1 merchandise,
Lucio's there,
while
representing
viewing
us High
displays of
Bloods.
the most iconic
How about going
moments
to take a
of
look?
long history.
I'm watching the shop for Lucio, by the way. It's too bad I can't be there to support
We
him.
even have rare
Oh,
items that were used
but
in
oh well.
actual
At
races,
least doing this is
so
also
take your
helping him
time
out.
and enjoy your visit.
Oh, Zenith One Shop Roger. I read Roger as owner. Very nice little poor reading moment. Zypha mount. Viewable. So a mount for attaching Zyphas to orbital bikes.
Thanks.
Those little stands.
What's next?
Much obliged.
You would think at this point I would have one for my car, but I still do not.
Here at the Grand Circuit Gift Shop, you can find all manner of
Maxim
official Z1
Lugan.
merchandise while viewing displays of the most iconic
That
moments
is
in
a
our long
lot of
history.
redacted. What the hell did he do?
We even have rare items that were used
Oh, the
in
history of
actual
Zenith
races,
1 is also
so take your
redacted.
time and enjoy your visit.
So then, in the next race,
Oh, racers.
I don't know.
Is it really okay for me to be the one heading to Basel? He's already on the way, but we're not working together on this, right? Think of it as a special designation. You won't be relying on her as a rule. But you're not working separately either. Better to have two pairs of guild eyes on this. And there's no denying that it's Basel. Basel is the heart of the space program, much like the base toward Long Lai. Really come a long way, Gray. Anyway, this sort of thing is expected of a senior bracer like you. I'm sure you can handle it, and if I believe in you, you should too. Oh, right. I heard you were looking after that tomboy who was training here. Well, I was trying to, at least. I've got some concerns of my own there. Anyway, alright, understood. I'll redouble my efforts. Well, next generation's really coming into their own. Yeah, including Albus. Jin's also busy, so Hazel and I are handling the day-to-day work and assigning personnel. But it's nice to get together like this occasionally, especially since Berkheim is also here. I've got some concerns, but to avoid causing problems for Jin, you just have to keep things running somehow, you know?
Beginning search.
Nab that real quick. Oh, looks like you already started. You did me a solid taking care of that thing. We're in this fight together. Let's help each other out, okay? You say that, but it feels like I'm the one who's doing all the helping. Well, you voluntarily took over a number of tasks. This is your reward. We're always short-staffed. I'm glad to see young people growing into their own. You and us, we're in this fight together. Let's help each other out, okay? I just swung by the capital to make my report, so I have to return right after this. We'd best keep an eye on what's going on around Aracian, too. You and fought till the end and died protecting that city. You owe it to his memory. This morning started off with a bang. Looks like we need to stay sharp. Sorry, but I'm about to head on a business trip. Don't worry about Lashker if that's what you're talking about. Don't fret so much, Gray. Seems like you've taken a liking to that kid. In fact, you've taken on a mentor role for that junior bracer gal too, come to think of it. I'm a little worried about her. Hope Regina's on top of things. Maybe I misjudged him too. He seems like one of our most promising new guys. Good to hear. Maxim, Gotti, and Giordano? I guess he is a really good driver, isn't he? He's going to be a former Z1 racer. Salvatore Gotti, Vegas director in Vegas films.
Ah! Nothing beats knocking back a cold one after a long shoot. Now then, Maxim, Giordano. Apologies that these are non-alcoholic, but go ahead and drink to your heart's content. I insist.
Z1 Grand Prix champion, Maxim Lugan.
Of course. A toast to director Gotti and his latest work, Perfect Driver Zero. My acting career's about to rocket up to new heights. I can feel it.
Hell yeah, brother. The street racing scene's turned out pretty sweet. How's about you and me go clashing wheels in a real unofficial street race sometime?
Was Giordano an actor in the movie?
No, I think I'm all right. I've done more than enough of that with Van to last me a lifetime.
Speaking of, careful, champ. Let that head get too big and karma's gonna come down you like a ton of bricks. I'm well aware of that. Thank you very... Wait. Well, if it isn't Van and Judith. Oh, and do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Beauty's Blade? Come to accept all those offers I sent out at long last? I'm afraid not. And even if I were interested, I wouldn't appear before you without notice. You don't have to answer so seriously, Elaine. He's already off in his own little world. But anyway, finally wrapped up shooting for the new Perfect Driver movie, huh? That's right. This one delves into the origin story of the first entry's protagonist, Lewis Adler. It's director Gotti's latest work. He handled the planning and screenwriting while the production side was helmed by Vegas Films. It's set to premiere as soon as next month. Believe you me, I pulled out all the stops in this masterpiece for the ages. With Giordano as our consultant, we got on the city roads and shot the greatest stunt action street race that ever has or will grace the silver screen. That's not all. It's got everything. Gorgeous gals, romance. Did I mention gorgeous gals? Oh, and titillating scenes that'll make the crowd roar. That's right. I'm talking the Triple S. Sexy, scintillating spectacle. This is my magnum opus, my piece de resistance. I realize you say this after every project, right? Still, you do manage to one-up yourself each time, so props on that. Honestly speaking, this film's a pretty big stylistic departure from the first and second entries. And mine, I have a feeling series fans might be split on it. Well, one thing's a stone's truth. It's full-speed Gotti flair with no brakes. Shooting this flick with gas and then some, the heat this cat brings is gonna burst through the screens and blow the crowd straight off their seats. It's feedback like that from the cast and crew that gets me grinning ear to ear. Alright, I'll admit, you guys are selling me on it. I look forward to seeing it upon its theatrical release. Yes, better buckle up now because you folks are in for one hell of a ride. Oh, and on top of that, Maxim here will be teaming up with Aslan to help me out with a little extra something pretty soon. You can leave it to me. I'll get the job done Maxim style. And while we're at it, I'll rope the Z1 buffs in and keep the hype going at 11 all the way to the premiere. By extra something, are you talking about that rumor that's been making the rounds online? Maybe not. Maybe not. I can't divulge much, but let's just say it'll be an energizing promotion in more ways than one. Aslan has a part in the movie too, so the two of us will be splitting up from director Gotti and touring from city to city. As one of the leads, I need my fans the continent over to join in the excitement. Is that really all you're after? Oh, is it just that you want to impress Yume? Maybe? Okay, fine, I'll shoot straight with you. But he still doesn't get that I'm a star even after all this time. Just wait, once I grab the media by the horns, I'll finally be more to her than just that funny old guy. What? All I want is is to hear her say, wow, Maxim's the coolest. Is that so wrong? Hey, we ain't about to argue. Shoot your best shot, champ. Good luck. He'll need it. Ain't gonna be going any better for me these days as a Z1 racer and as an actor. I've been dancing around that issue with Paulette forever, but now I want to talk to her about it again. Get the feeling something's going on. Trying to reignite the romantic relationship. We took our efforts to the next level for Perfect Driver Zero, including PR. I swear this is the year I beat Lamb and finally win the L'On d'Or at the film festival. We're keeping the hype going until release day, so get excited. Performing alongside true stars, it's such a blast. I overdid a little on the highway scene, but I'll just have to see how it looks on the screen, baby. Giordano thinks he overdid something? He must have gone way over the top. Where's this taxi? It's always nearby.
Cheers, everyone!
I'm surprised they didn't like just say park it just out of view over that way. Anyway, gotta talk to everyone else. I was surprised that both Maxim and Director Gotti came today. When I mustered up my courage and talked to them, they told me about the new movie that's coming out next month. They even asked me to help promote it. So please make sure you all go see Perfect Driver Zero. Looks like they won you over. I need to make sure I go see Perfect Driver Zero the day it comes out. Please make sure that you all see it too. In the summer, a beer garden is the only way to go. And if beer's not your thing, well, we've got an extensive cocktail menu too. Forget about work. Let's get the party started while the sun's still shining. Well, a person that kills me to pass on a secret dessert menu, that'll just have to wait for another time.
My stuff can't be beat.
Frozen cooler.
I'll be waiting for you.
Must consume stuff.
Whew, I'm stuffed.
Alright. Gunner. Who's this guy again? I remember his name just barely. I love the thundering sound of Z1, but GR ain't too bad either. There's no way you can't watch this stuff while enjoying a beer. That was a shtick in the previous game, wasn't it? Did I see the state of play? No, the only thing I know about it is the God of War remake, or the original trilogy God of War is getting a remake. The only disappointing thing is there was zero gameplay, so we don't know if it's going to be like a super tuned up version of like God of War 3's combat, or if they're redoing everything in the 2018 onward style. Honestly, I hope they basically just make it a good old-fashioned hack and slash. Just use God of War 3's combat. That was fun. Although make sure the combat's actually well balanced all the way through. But anything else interesting happen in this state of play? Since you've probably seen it. Let's see. Betty. Pick your handholds like you mean it. Don't freak out, Ralph. Okay, Miss Betty. That's a spirit. Bouldering, eh? I'd like to try that sometime if I get the chance. Pick your hands like you mean it. Don't freak out, Ralph. You see, it's easy to say that. It's harder to be up there when you have an actual crippling fear of heights. Trust me, as somebody who tried rock climbing, they're only making an origin story for Kratos. I don't really know what you mean by origin story. But I think I think I saw a post where it was like a single screenshot. Is it like a side scroller?
Well then.
Rather than being a normal God of War style? feel like I remember seeing somebody talk about that. Yeah, that one. But yeah, I've literally only seen the single screenshot, so I haven't seen any gameplay or what's it about, but I'll have to look into that after the stream, probably. A frappe featuring that big new energy drink? Talk about the perfect remedy for hot summer weather. But it's apparently got a fair amount of caffeine, so watch how much you consume. What time is it right now? It is only 10 o'clock. I'm gonna do a horrible decision real quick. I'm going to make myself some coffee because I have had so little energy, I could just use something at the moment, so I'm gonna make a pot real quick.
Take your time.
Well.
Welcome, one and all, to the Grand Circuit. Prepare to feast your eyes on some white-hot racing excitement.
Alrighty.
Well then.
Prepare to feast your eyes on some white-hot racing excitement.
Alrighty.
Welcome, one and all, to the Grand Circuit. Prepare to feast your eyes on some white-hot racing excitement.
Okay, I'll be ready in a few minutes. But yeah, I've had like so little energy most of the week because of the whole crap that I had to deal with and go through. Let's see. Maximum energy on sale now. Be sure to try it. Can't share any details yet, but there are plans for an official announcement soon. Perfect Driver Zero X Maximum Energy. Maximum energy on sale now. Be sure to try it. I also recommend our Maximum Freeze, only available here.
Hey there, what would you like?
Collaborative menu item with maximum energy, ideal for hot summer days.
Come again.
Drifting away.
Love me a sugar rush.
I was thinking like that these two are going to be racing, or at least be involved in some way. Maximum looks great this time too. At this rate, there's no doubt he'll win for the 5th time in a row. What's really amazing is how far Aslan has come. This time, he really will steal the win and snap that winning streak. I just know it. Argument waiting to happen.
Now where?
Give me that. Use money.
Deposit confirmed.
Welcome to the Grand Circuit's feature attraction, the Ferris wheel. Not only can you see the entirety of the circuit from the top, but you'll also be able to enjoy the breadth of the nature surrounding the outskirts of the city. Please feel free to speak to me at any time. I love you, Daddy. That's the inspector's family, isn't it? Oh, Sulua. What the heck am I doing? Bela's getting serious, and here I am running away on my own. But at this point, what am I supposed to do? Oh no, I just don't know. How did things turn out like this? Sniffle.
Search.
The vending machine has some stuff. Sorry, if you wouldn't mind, could you please play along? Nervous, I hope the handoff goes okay. I guess we get to go through the whole thing here.
Let me ask you something.
are you? I'm not allowed to talk to strangers.
Got a question for you.
Is the password okay? I'm sorry. If you wouldn't mind, could you please play along? I love you, Daddy.
Pardon me.
I love you, Daddy. Yes. This is Giggy. We talked to you on the OrbitalNet. Let's see. Here it is, as promised. Obtained slightly used Rex Paradigm magazine. Thanks. What a small world. I would have guessed you two were Inspector Deswani's beloved wife and daughter. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for all you do for my husband. We were looking to get rid of the piles of old books around the house and figured we'd use the net to deal with them. But Giggy insisted on doing the handoffs in person, so I took on this challenge with her. OrbitalNet is and will continue to be central to our lives, so this is probably quite educational. This book looks important. Are you really fine with giving it away? Yeah, so it's just gathering dust on the bookshelf. Please, give it to someone who needs it. I owe you one. You too, kid. Thanks. Please visit Montmar again with your family. Yes, I'll come back with Daddy. Ben and the others told Sarah and Shahina about getting the book, and agreed to meet up at a cafe in the Tyrell district. Teleportation. Whoa. To think the day would finally come when I get to read this book. Herald Times special issue, Rex Paradigm. Come see the riveting performance of Layla Erter, a traditional dancer from the Central East. Erter. Isn't that your last names? Oh, I get it now. Yeah, this is about her late mother. This is an interview of her while she was still an active dancer. We weren't born yet at this point. We happened to learn about it from someone in the entertainment industry not too long ago. Ever since, we really wanted to give it a read. Look, Sarah, I look so young here. In fact, you and her look exactly alike. You think so? From looking at these pictures, the vigorous feel of these dances reminds me of you. Definitely inherited that from her, I'd say. Oh, stop, I'm not nearly this nimble. Now, we never got to see this side of Mom. When she was young, I mean, she must have worked her butt off as a dancer. I imagine she did. She always looked so strong as she was raising us, even when she was in terrible debt. We had to push ourselves even harder, both in our dancing and in our film work. For sure, even though we probably don't have a ghost of a chance of reaching the level she did. And if we stick together, then maybe, just maybe we can pull it off someday. Way to think positive. Definitely, we owe you guys big time for finding this book for us. I can give our 150% to the homecoming performance. No, even beyond that. Thanks so much, everyone. Don't mention it. You'll probably be up to your eyeballs for a while, but I hope you accomplish what you're setting out to do. And as always, if you got any problems in need of solving, you know who to turn to. Thank you. I hope you'll cheer us on. Sigh. Oh dear. And I believe we can consider this matter settled.
That takes care of that.
Elaine is aware.
Reward deposited.
Break up? Oh.
Please, step on up.
Mom really was beautiful when she was younger. We need to work hard so we can live up to her name. Can't believe I can finally read through this again. Thank you, everyone. We'll do everything we can to make sure our homecoming performance is a big success, so I hope you'll cheer us on.
The coffee here is out of this world.
Alrighty.
Off we go.
Back here because we have to do shopping and then actually visit the track. What do you got? Peach Nectar. A viscous juice with enticing peachy sweetness. What's this?
Good
Ooh,
stuff.
Septium vein. See.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
You already have Septium vein, so we should give it to somebody else who can hit hard.
That's a single element slot. Got a new skill to That's a single element slot, man.
Some white hot racing excitement.
Hello, the trial run for the GR Championship will be held today. No tickets are required for entry. Please feel free to go in.
Now where?
It may not be on the same level as E1, but the GR Championship seems to be slowly but surely getting more popular. There are a wide range of parties entering the GR, plus the 4 big car manufacturers are putting in a considerable amount of effort. It also has a different kind of appeal than Z1, so I definitely recommend it. The GR Championships are doing their own today. Here they don't use the typical Z1 rigs with modified commercial vehicles. I admit I can see the appeal in customizing ones will ride in such a way. As Van does. Z1 exhibition race is scheduled for tomorrow. I'm interested in the GR test run too, but prepping the Z1 car is my top priority right now. I can't afford to slack off if I want Aslan to win. I should go grab my coffee because it's probably done by now. Be back in a moment.
Now then.
Alrighty.
I made slightly too much for the mug size that I was making for. It happens, but too energy.
Well then.
This is a way bigger turnout than I expected. I guess it isn't just the diehards who came to watch. If it's this popular now, GR's got a bright future ahead. Oh hey, I recognize them. Pardon me for leaving in my dust, Graham. Damn, nothing for it but to overtake him at the next corner. Didn't come this far just to lose. Interesting. Ooh, go Lucio! Push that pedal to the metal! Super cool, Graham. You still got a chance to pass him. You guys are taking part in this too, huh? Oh, Van. Weren't you just outside? How goes it, Spriggan? Well, if it isn't Van's street racer friends. And the high bloods of Horacion at that. I see now. You entered usual modified cars as amateur teams. Is it just your captains who are doing the actual driving? Graham and Lucio, yeah. No better stage than this to test your street racing chops, am I right? The registration limit and entry fee kept the rest of us in the stands, though. Whatever the circumstances, the zeal to test oneself is not something to be admired. So, how are the standings? Seems as though your friends have the lead over the other amateur teams. Me too, but, well, you know how much those two hate to lose. So, they're playing not to beat just each other, but some of the more famous teams while they're at it. Isn't this still just a dry run, though? Not that there's anything wrong with being ambitious, but... yeah, they kinda take it off the charts and careen over the edge. Don't say it like that. Lucio? I'll believe myself blundering this late in the game. Racer number 32, the frontrunner of the amateur teams, has made an unfortunate skid and rollover. What's this? Someone's catching up to him. Wag. Crap, now I've done it. After all the effort I spent tuning it up for tomorrow. A startling error in judgment sends racer number 31 crashing off the track. The two amateur teams are now losing the lead they had maintained until now, one car after another. Luckily, neither driver appears to be injured. Sigh. What are you doing out there, Lucio? Man, that scared the pants off me. One wrong move and they could have been goners. Either way, there's no coming back from this one. I'm gonna have to withdraw. I am both in dead last. Oh, for the love of... I warned him, didn't I? The fact they got off with only light injuries is the one silver lining. Given the damages sustained, however, on a battlefield, both their vehicles would end up abandoned as non-mission capable. Fixing them by tomorrow is impractical enough, but adjusting in light of today's results on top of that? Ah, what a mess. Just before the real deal, even. This is exactly what my uncle and I told him not to get too heated. Well, don't let it throw you off too much. I mean, it's not like these competitions are one and done, make or break deals. Besides, having a few losses work past only makes victory that much sweeter down the line, right? Obviously, words alone can only do so much to turn your attitude around. But the two of them made it out in one piece. They can borrow a different car, race again next year. There's options. I can even give you some advice if it comes down to it. Point is, you ought to shift your gears forward, not in reverse. I have a feeling the main event is going to be important to the story tomorrow. Yeah, makes sense. I'll pass it along to Graham and Lucio. At this rate, tomorrow's race is practically a wash. But that still doesn't mean we should just give up. I suppose this is yet another facet of adolescence. Even Van bursts to life when he's talking with these kids. Let's talk with everyone out here. One plus of GR cars that Z1 cars lack is how they feel to ride in. I got to ride in one for work once. I was surprised how comfortable it was and how thrilling. It was so exciting. Well, Z1 cars are optimized to get out as much of the inside as possible for speed, right? Sigh. Just as I thought, the GR Championship has fewer attendees than Z1 races. I'm an Etwa's pit girl, so it's up to me to really hype things up.
Beginning search.
Any gems? Not on this side, at least. Etwa's may hold the top speed for Z1, but Inkert is the fastest in GR. Every car freak knows that. When it comes to the GR Championship, Red Star will prove to be superior. Even if my wife and daughter disagree with me, I'll never concede that point. This point.
Well then.
Stephanie. No question about it. It's gotta be Etwa's in the GR2. I mean, nothing's cooler than that.
You can do it!
Norton. Well, that's the Republic for you. Who would have thought auto racing would become so widespread? I'm a reporter for the Imperial Chronicle, and I'd come all the way here to get a scoop. Of course, my main focus is on Project Startaker, but I also want to properly cover cultural news. The GR Championship, huh? That hasn't made its way to the Empire yet. There's so many other things I'm curious about. I want to cover everything in great detail.
Search.
Nothing at all on that side. Okay.
Depending on how this race goes, he might
Leno
race the
once had a great racer known as Silver Smoke, but 10 years ago he had to retire due to a leg injury. There was also suspicion that he was fixing races and that cloud has never lifted. Seems like he still occasionally appears at a race every now and again. It's a sad story. Carlos. Alright, tonight's when we agreed to meet up over that thing. My grandpa's a big Leno fan, so I am too. I want to be a cool racer just like Silver Smoke. Now we have a big party over here.
This year, I'll knock your socks off.
Oh, it was different people. My mistake. It's just that they had the same exact hair texture and almost jacket color. I got mixed up. And that was just bad luck, I'm sure of it. If the car hadn't broken down, I bet he would have settled the score tomorrow. This is awful. Maybe I could just lend him my car. Hey, don't be so glum, Lucio. You gotta stay positive at times like this. You can even borrow a car from one of the other guys and take part that way, right? I made a blunder. If this continues, the High Blood's name will wither and fade. I really want to get payback in the race tomorrow, but what am I supposed to do with a car like this? What's gotten into me? Not only did I end up last, I can't believe I also wrecked the car. That's why I told you not to get too caught up in the moment. Still, don't let this get to you, Graham. You were doing pretty great until that last part. Yeah, but is my machine going to get fixed up in time? I mean, the engine's completely shot. No matter how I look at it, I don't think I'll be able to participate in the actual race tomorrow. Alright, that is the biggest issue. Come on, Uncle may be able to help you out, so let's go talk to him first, okay? I can't believe what happened. Graham also thought there was too much competition, while with Lucio also participating. At any rate, the real race is tomorrow, and we can take care of all the repairs and other issues in time. Sigh. Guess we were asking for too much. The simple street racers like us could win the GR championship. Thought Graham might have had a shot at it, though. Damn it, what am I supposed to do? I mean, look at Graham, he tuned his car and put in real practice time for the GR championship, and still, how's it fair that all his hard work was for nothing? He got too heated and crashed his car. He had that whole turn to avoid the crash, and he just turned the wrong way and went into the wall. That is a catastrophic blunder if I've ever heard of one. I can't stand losing, no matter what. I need to come up on top on the race tomorrow, but I've got so many problems, like what to do about the car. Is quitting my only option? Drive Unifer's car. Easy. Her car's souped up. I'm gonna go ride the Ferris wheel with Mommy. I hope Daddy can come next time, too. Seems you enjoyed the book I gave you. It also turned out to be a good experience for Giggy. Thank you, truly. I believe that covers everyone.
Off we go.
As he says. We've wrapped up all the 4 SPGs here. Now's as good a time as any. Wait a minute, there is one other thing we haven't done yet. Hold off for now. We haven't done the connection events.
What's next?
So we could either bug Agnes, Judith, or Elaine. Let's see. Which one of these topics is the least interesting? Our beloved Alphonse. Alphonse is the dog. A message right from Anya. She said her dog Alphonse has been making things difficult for security personnel. He's going to check on him later when she has time. Maybe I'd better lend a hand. An untidy room. Judith made a 4 SPG asking for help around the house. I feel like I know what she wants, but why is she asking me? In any case, I'll head over to her place before we can get started. That one sounds interesting. The right bike. Elaine says she plans to buy an Orbital bike, but she's been at a loss at which model to buy. She hoped I could help. I don't know what I can do, but maybe I should stop by. Canonically, Van would choose these two because one is a 4 SPG and one involves bikes. Maybe we'll get a third one, we'll see. Most likely not unless we get like another 4 SPG when we move the Auburn District's timeline forward. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up. During the break, Judah summoned Van with a 4 SPG. Upon arriving at her 3rd District apartment, he was met with something unexpected. Wow. This is... wow. It's a little messy. I'll be honest. I've seen significantly worse. This one spot on my desk right here, for instance. I really need to clean that up. Every single time I clean it, it just gets filled with more papers and stuff. It's where I keep my my Nintendo Switch, which I haven't used in a long time since Triangle Strategy, I think. Actually, when I be able to open it up, I don't think I've taken the last game that was in here out. But let's go down memory lane. Let's see what's in here. I was wrong. Fire Emblem Engage. Back into the dock you go. There we go. This must be what they call a dumpster fire. You've always been a slob. Don't judge me. I called you for help knowing full well it would destroy your mental image of me, okay? Oh no, this reinforces it. If anything. Oh, oops. It matches my image of you exactly, to the point that this was what I expected you'd need help with. What's that supposed to mean? And also I need to send a message to somebody, damn it. Sending a message to my friend who's currently on a nice mini vacation in downtown Detroit. And look, this isn't my fault. When the hell am I supposed to do chores when I'm super busy with my acting career and Grimcat gig? Uh-huh. You know, there are plenty of people who can balance their careers with housework just fine, right? That excuse doesn't fly. Besides, why would you ask a guy to help clean your place? Wouldn't it be easier to ask one of your girlfriends? Normally Nina helps me clean. But what, she's given up on you? No, I just don't want to keep causing her trouble. Plus, Mom and Grammy might be coming over, so I need to hurry and get this place cleaned. Alright, fine, I'll help. And I never thought I'd see a famous actress's lifestyle up close and personal. Or that this would be what it looks like. Don't say it like that. Just handle the heavy lifting, okay? And so the two began to clean up Judith's apartment. However, considering Judith's status as a first-rate actress, Ben began to dig up all kinds of treasures as they cleaned. This is one of Dominique's albums, right? Wait, isn't this a first edition? Bet collectors would go nuts to get their hands on it. And wasn't that video memory quartz of Chloe's theater performance also first edition? Oh, that? No, it's a sample that was handed out to everyone on the production team. Remy and Mom got one, so I borrowed it to reference. Huh. You know, finding stuff just lying around really drills home the fact you ladies are a family of first-rate performers. So, I wonder what they would say if they knew you were leaving their stuff in a trash heap. Well, that's why we're cleaning up, isn't it? So they don't find out. Anyway, I think we're due for a break. Want to check out that memory quartz since you came all the way here? I could keep going, but I guess if you need to take a quick breather, we could. Alright, let's take a look.
Wait! I would have been happy just being with you. If only I didn't have this accursed family name, then maybe my life would have been mine to live.
And Mom really is good at expressing emotions. Just the way she speaks and holds herself relays so much information to the audience. She's got some subtle differences from how you take over a character, how Nina immerses herself into her roles. That said, after watching this, I think you and your mother have a surprisingly similar presence in your performances. Huh, you think? I mean, I've watched her theater performances for reference, but I've never given it much thought. Yeah, don't get me wrong though, It's not like I'm saying you don't have your own unique style or anything. And I'm no professional. But it just feels like the both of you have tread similar paths to get where you are. I'm surprised you could read into it that much. Hey, I've seen plenty of your films, and I'm around you constantly when you're not acting. So I got a pretty good idea of how much you change when you want to get into a role. Well, I guess the way we build our characters is pretty similar. I never really thought about it much, but I guess Mom said stuff like that in the past few years. I'm sure you train in different environments, so maybe it just runs in your blood. Or that you've been unconsciously chasing her performances in some way. Maybe. Either way, the process isn't what's important to me. It doesn't matter whether or not my mom influenced me, I've still found a way of performing that's unique to me, and I'm proud of it. At the very least, I've shown people what it means to perform as Judith Lanster, and that's everything to me. Gotta say, that's pretty cool. I talk a lot of smack, but I really do like your work ethic as an actress. Thanks. It's just her work ethic as a phantom thief and as a person leaves a little bit to be desired. Now then, you better get back to work. Right. Hold up. Isn't this script from a pretty old movie? It was called something like... We Are Something. Oh, that's a script for my debut film. We are watching same star. I love English. Thank goodness, I haven't been able to find it for ages. I accidentally threw it away or something. You seriously need to take better care of your valuables. I mean, this is like your roots as an actress, isn't it? Yeah, but I'll be honest, it's kind of embarrassing to look back on this performance. It was so crude. I feel bad they gave such a big role to a total newbie. That'd be a whole different story if you performed it now. Hey, why not perform some lines? Might help you feel better about it. Alright. I mean, after all that business about my mom's influence and everything, maybe it's time I look back on where I came from. Deep breath.
I don't have the courage to say goodbye. What do you think I should do? What? You want us both to make our dreams come true before we meet again? All right. Then that will be what connects us until that time comes. You really are amazing, aren't you? In that case, when the day comes, I'm sure.
Whoa.
It was only then that I was truly able to find my own dream.
Isn't that the building where Nina was when she was spying on us in Daybreak 2?
I couldn't say goodbye. But that's exactly why I wanted to ensure I could hold my head up high when next we met. So that the two of us could stand side by side again. Our dreams come true.
Judith, you really are one hell of an actress. Well, what do you think? Excellent, as expected. No, I actually saw this movie when it first hit theaters. Hard to put into words, but your performance just now felt alive in a way it hadn't back then. And in a way I've never seen from any other actor or actress. Really? Glad to hear that. The character has a lot of dimensionality that I don't really have as a person. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to play her well, especially since I put so much of myself out there these days when I act. I don't know how to describe it, but part of what made the performance so effective was how you made the character a little bit more Judith. They may have different dimensions compared to your usual roles, but you totally pulled it off. I was surprised. Guess I can handle these kinds of characters with my current skills. Maybe a little differently than before. Just goes to show our current acting style really brings out the best in you. Alright, break time's over. We're only halfway done, so let's get back to work. Alright, let's split the pile of stuff over there. Roger that. Sorry, but maybe you can take this part. I'll handle the shelf over there.
Huh? What's wrong with... Hold on just 1 minute! You saw them, didn't you? You must have.
And?
Don't even try to pretend.
You're the one who left it out. I swear I looked away as soon as I realized. It was only a glimpse from the corner of my eyes. Besides, what are you thinking asking a guy to help when you got valuables like that stashed out in the open?
I couldn't fit them in the closet and forgot I left them out. But that doesn't mean you can...
You have no excuse, Judith. Pick up your unmentionables.
Hey, Judith. It's Nina. I hope you're doing well. I believe it should be about a month since I last came by to clean.
Nina? Wait, is this a timed video message?
As I told you before, I can't be here to help today because of my schedule. But please don't panic and do something you'll regret. You'll have a lot of things in there that other people shouldn't be seeing. I'm a little worried you might bother someone like Van for help. Talk about perfect timing. He's got you pegged to the minute. Yes, you're just that predictable. Well, sorry. I should be able to make time next week, so I'll come to help you then, okay? And if you have any other concerns, you can always feel free to talk to me. Alright, I'll see you at the show. How about that? Well, you heard the lady. Why don't we call it quits for today? Alright, good idea. As long as I put away my underwear, this place should be mostly okay. And I'll handle the rest later. Well, let's go meet up with the others. We're gonna meet at a show, huh? Sounds like something's going on. Better keep that in mind. And so, Judith decided to get Nina's help concerning her more delicate items. And got her apartment in order so that it would be ready for Dominique and Chloe. Cool. 15.
What's next?
Alright. Bring the gearhead to choose the right bike. I'll be honest, I don't think the coffee is helping much. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Engine sounds. You really can make up your mind, can you? Going like this and you're gonna give yourself wrinkles. Did I said anything? I knew it. Just looking isn't going to help me make a choice. I do think they're both magnificent machines. Why still didn't purchase one a week later? You'd be happy with either, right? So just go with your gut feeling. Just because I'd be happy with either doesn't mean it doesn't matter which I choose. It's just, I'm missing the last piece of the puzzle. Which is why I came to you, since you know all about this sort of thing. Elaine, I'm a car guy. That doesn't make me an expert on bikes. Anyway, the only thing left to do is give them both a test drive. Hey, mind if we take these two out for a spin? Nope, just drive safe. And Van, do me a favor. Give her some definitive advice. You know, so she finally buys one. Don't worry, I'm on it. It's gotta be a real problem having an A-rank bracer show up at your store and groan for hours on end. My apologies. And so, Van and Elaine took the bikes out into the city streets. All so that Elaine could test drive the two machines and decide which one was right for her. Wow, the red starts just as fast as I'd heard. I can see why Hermes used to use one for a delivery service. Wait, doesn't the Direwolf ride one too? Yeah, it's a popular model. Hell, I render one out myself every now and then. After all, this sucker can go 2,300 cells per hour. There ain't a car out there that can match for speed. I can't remember how much a selge is. A selge, I think, is supposed to be a meter. Here, let's do some quick math. I want to find out the miles per hour speed on this thing. So 2,300 meters per hour, 2 miles per hour. That doesn't seem right. 1.42 miles per hour doesn't seem correct. Trails. Selge. Trail series selge. A selge is 100 meters. Okay. So we add 2 zeros on top of that. And it comes out to approximately 142.9 miles per hour. That seems like a more correct measurement. I didn't realize it was it was essentially a what is it called? It's like 1 under a kilometer. Metric measurements. Can we find the intermediate ones here? It is the hecto. Okay. So 1 selge is a hectometer. Got it. I completely forgot that whole prefix was even one that existed. Because I remember milli, centi, and decimeter correctly. But I don't remember. What's the 10 one again? The 10 is deca. So a decameter is 10 meters, a hectometer is 100, and then kilo is 1,000. Which makes sense. Anyway. Let me tell you, its aerodynamic shape is so damn cool. Cool or not, the speed is certainly a plus. It'd be perfect to help me get to the scene of an incident as fast as possible. That is what's important for a racer, right? But this is what the large Atmos model feels like. Doesn't Burgard ride one of these? Feels like it's firmly planted on the road. Bet it takes some time to get used to it. Yeah, but the machine's got the power and size to make crap roads and rough rides a breeze. Hard to recommend to newbies because of its weight, but I'm sure you get the hang of it quick. Hell, you already showed off some moves with one back in Newmouth Island. And dressed like that to boot. Oh yeah, that whole thing was a thing. It's your fault I was dressed that way. It might not match the Red Star in speed, but it still holds up. And it has a nice sense of stability. I forgot about that whole side quest. The friendly way for Shizuna and Elaine to settle their differences, because Elaine would get whooped in a one-on-one fight. Might not match the Red Star in speed, but it still holds up, and it has a nice sense of stability. The fact that it can handle bad roads is a positive, too, considering my line of work. Mind if we swap again, man? I want to give the Red Star another shot. Sure, be my guest. Der schmoozin'. After that, they continued to switch bikes while riding through the city's different districts. You just have to make sure you get it painted racer colors. It's all that matters. Elaine constantly compared the characteristics and performance of each Orville bike, until finally came up with a decision after circling the entirety of the city. You seem even less sure than when we started. Turning them around just gave me a lot to think about. I'm sorry to make you stick around like this. I mean, I want to make a decision. Alright, I'm going to go with the Red Star. Its speed really is a big plus. Elaine? I can tell the Etwas is still calling to you, but what's so wrong with that? Both bikes are a work of art. Honestly, all that's left is to ask yourself which one feels best to ride. And I think you know the answer to that question. Oh, you did before you even took it for a spin. But the fact you're having trouble making a choice probably means you're thinking about other stuff, aren't you? Like how the CEO of Etwas was arrested alongside your old man last year. This is why childhood friends can be such a pain. I get it, you think I'm focusing on something that doesn't matter. But I just can't disconnect everything. My father conspired with the Etwas CEO to support the Mafia, and resulted in that horrible tragedy. Sheesh. Thought it was odd an A-rank racer like yourself was being so indecisive on something like picking out a new ride. Guess being unable to separate that stuff in your head is just like you, though. Man. Still, it's worth saying, don't sweat the details. Stop yourself from doing what you want to do over crap like that. Really don't know how to hold back, do you? I mean, I'm struggling with genuine trauma over that event. Yeah, well, like you said, I'm your childhood friend. I can get away with being a jackass now and then. Ain't it better for you that I'm direct? I suppose you're right. Personally, I would have preferred it if you referred to yourself as my ex-boyfriend. But I guess not saying that part out loud is just like you. You got me there. But you're right. Maybe it's time I got over all this. My mother suffered the most, and she's already moving forward. Yeah, heard she's been working her tail off to get the Quincy Company back on its feet. You know, I still haven't been able to drop in and say hello to Simone after you and I reunited. Say hello? What for? You'd have real guts to do that as my ex, unless... Can you please give me a break? It's about the sweets. After finishing the test drive, Van and Elaine returned to the shop in Riverside. And, having finally made a decision, Elaine purchased her new bike. Oh, it's not over yet. I'm glad I went with the Etwas. It's perfect for me. Thanks for the advice, Van. No need to thank me. Man, new bike. Starting to feel a little jealous, not gonna lie. I can never cheat on my pickup. I draw the line at rentals. You are so dramatic. Alright, I'm going to take this home. You're renting a place pretty close by, aren't you? Lucky you. Taro District is so nice, you can catch a movie or get some Eastern sweets whenever you want. Not that I have many opportunities, busy as I am.
Say, why don't you stop by for a little while, if you'd like?
Well...
Not in the way you're likely thinking, just to be clear.
Yeah, of course.
I thought I'd offer you some tea, as thanks for today. Days such as this make me so happy we found our way back to each other. I'm glad we can spend time together like this again. So, I thought at least this much would be all right.
Ah. Alright, since I'm already here and all, might as well. I'm gonna assume you've got some of those world-class troubles from Quincy Bell, right? Quincy Bell, yeah?
I most certainly don't. Whatever am I going to do with you?
Wait a sec, I realized I have not done my time cards for work yet. Since we set it up in a new way. Okay. Huh. I have to double check I have the correct entries on all these now. think they're all correct. Somewhat important. I do need to make money in order to keep my house. It's a little important. Alright, just apologies, so let me double check that it's all correct. Okay, we good. After that, Van dropped by Elaine's place and had some tea. And after a short rest, returned to his work. Normal stuff. And now we can go visit Agnes. Mind if we head on in? Of course, you're more than welcome. Here's your permission slip. That, you'll have carte blanche to go anywhere you like. Wow, this guy's sure being awfully friendly. Oh, he's always been like this. I used to call him a bit of a flirt, in fact. I can see why. This very talkative guy. Rest in the school. Well, it's a good thing the iced container or whatever lasted this whole time. Hasn't melted by now.
Albert, come on.
Officially out of
Not
coffee.
An LLC. It's an LLP, limited liability partnership.
Seriously? Ugh, I swear, there is a special place in hell for whoever named these things this way.
I found the data from last year, so I can take care of that list. I've gathered some documents that might help. Sending it to your terminal now. Thank you.
It sounds like their work has them climbing the walls.
Whatever they're doing, it must be really tough.
I imagine they're creating a vendor list for supplies the school needs, for clubs and the like. Revising it ever so slightly every year is always the student council's first assignment.
Ah, yep, I remember that. Renee made use of it all the time back then.
I bet putting it together is harder than it sounds. Wait, that other voice. I swear I've heard it before.
Yes, I recognize it as well.
I'm really sorry, you two. And I apologize for taking up so much of your time, Miss Toa. This turned out to be much more of a hassle than I expected.
Don't sweat it. Still, it's crazy to think Ren did all this by herself last year. She's a superwoman, all right. Although, I did hear her saying she wished she had delegated these things to us more often.
Especially now that they have to deal with it all at once.
Seems even the girl who can do anything still has some key lessons to reflect on. Oh, you think that's them? Is that you, Van? Please, come in.
Alrighty then. Sup? Sounds like y'all are hard at work. Oh, hey, Miss Herschel. Been a while.
Yes, far too long if you ask me.
NGO member and temporary teacher at Armis Academy, Toa Herschel.
I see you brought Elaine with you too.
That was a long title.
Wait, aren't you...
Bearguard Zeman. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance at last, Miss Herschel.
I'm sure that she knows that, he was Gaius's teacher.
I've heard many a tale of your NGO
Right.
and Thor's exploits. I had hoped our paths would cross someday.
I'm honored, truly.
Yep.
Gaius has told me so much about you and...
Hold that thought if you don't mind. We brought a little treat for you, since we know you've been working so hard.
Deploying emergency supplies to the front lines.
Did someone order a summer Andalusia tart? No? Well, it's on the house.
And I hate when I'm like, when I say things, I'm 99% sure I said the right name. And then there's like 1% chance that like, wait, I did say Gaius, right? I didn't say another name like Eustace. That has happened twice so far this stream.
Yes! Ooh, baby, that is just
what the doctor ordered.
Thank you so much. I was just thinking I could use some brain food.
I know as well as any how taxing student council work can be at times.
Now then, shall I brew you all some tea? Oh, no. You don't need to go to all that trouble. I can handle that much, no problem.
Normal relaxing times. Normal relaxing dessert reviews from Van. Now, if there's one constant in this universe, it's Andalusia bringing the sweet, sweet goods with its exquisite limited summer menu. And if there's another constant, it's student council work being a total pain in the neck. You're telling me, we're facing way more issues with our vendors this year compared to last. We didn't want to bother Ren, but despite our best efforts, we ended up needing to rope Miss Toa in. Well, Toa was in the same boat at Thor's. Again, I'm really sorry. I hope you aren't having to miss your flight for this. Oh no, I still have plenty of time to catch it. Don't you worry about a thing. Besides, I wanted to help out, even if it's just a little bit, and make up for my being out of the city during the break. Oh, does that mean... When I think about it, he was telling me a little about this. You're headed to that part of the country, yeah? Right, you did meet some of my colleagues at Marduk's headquarters, didn't you? Admittedly, I can't really disclose much, this being confidential work and all, but I'll be gone for around 3 days. Gotcha. Don't mean to get you to say something you shouldn't. Can't go breaking NDAs all willy-nilly now, can ya? I heard you met with some of Toa's acquaintances from Thor's at Marduk's headquarters, and that one of them put out a request on behalf of the Epstein Foundation. Yeah, that was Altina, a super pretty girl with a cool, mysterious vibe. Her destination appears to be the same as the the Divine Blades. It stays between us, but that's where Fee is headed as well. So it's a Thor's reunion of sorts. I won't lie, all this hush-hush talk has me curious about where they could be going. A little off topic, but I've been wondering something. Has everyone at school been hyped lately? About Project Startaker, I mean. Hyped would be putting it mildly. I mean, this is mankind's greatest achievement in the making we're talking about here. The boys in particular have been going feral. Feels like everyone who doesn't have a T-phone is clamoring for one now. Yeah, so they can watch the live stream. The girls aren't quite foaming at the mount levels of hype, but since a lot of them are into astrology and stuff, there's still some excitement in the air. And what's more, several are looking up to Major Amelia as a role model, which is fair because she is wicked cool. Apparently a screen is going to be set up in the auditorium so the students can see the launch on the day of. There was an official notice about it from the Department of Education. Of course, it's perfectly alright to be excited, but lately I've noticed more and more kids showing up to school sleep-deprived. Some even had to call in sick during finals. Miss Matilda was awfully worried about the whole thing. Really? I hadn't realized. Sigh. Seems I still don't have a good grasp on the issues plaguing our student body. But that doesn't include the second years, right? Maybe it's only the first years that are affected. Ox?
Sounds as though you have company. I take that to mean you arrived at a good stopping point?
And? You're still here, apparently. Ah, it's you, Ren. Afraid not, but we did make it into the halfway mark at least. Yeah, no small part due to Miss Toa carrying us the whole way there. It's not true at all. All I did was prepare a little paperwork. You guys did most of the heavy lifting. You seem a bit tired yourself, Ren. Would you care for some of the dessert others brought us? Very much so, thank you. You needn't worry about the tea, however. I can prepare that on my own. She does like her tea. Sounds like you've been a busy little bee lately. I suppose I have been buzzing around here and there. The issue with the school's Orba network has occupied much of my time today. That reminds me, Miss Toa. Shouldn't you be leaving for the airport? You'll miss your flight if you don't leave soon. Oh yeah, not to worry. I should have plenty of time as long as I take the subway system hit with delays due to orbital circuitry issues? Affected areas, Haba District. Hey, Elaine just bought a bite. That's not good. Don't you have to make it all the way to Edith Airport? Yes, I do. Maybe I can still make it if I take a different route. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. No, it's not. Don't blame yourself. As long as I catch a bus or cab, I'll be fine. I'm not so sure about that. A bus would barely get you there in time. In fact, you still might not make it. According to my taxi booking app, it would take approximately 20 minutes for the nearest cab to arrive. Is this car nearby? Did someone call for a Spriggan taxi driver? We'll get you to your destination lickety-split. 0 wait time guaranteed. I guess his car's nearby. How convenient. Like sardines
I'm really
back there.
Sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to put you out like this during your work hours. Wow, though. I've ridden in this car before, but I'm only now realizing how nice it is. The seats are so comfy.
Aren't they? But someone in this truck's got good taste. Actually just made some modifications around the wheel housings and... Oh my goddess, anyone have some earplugs? Friendly advice, be careful bringing up cars around the boss. Get him going and you'll never hear the end of it. Man really needs some new hobbies, doesn't he? Oh, the same applies to sweets, by the way. And the next most dangerous topic to bring up is saunas. Wow, thanks guys, what great friends I have. Your assistants just about know you inside and out at this point.
Agnes was right. You guys really do have a great working relationship.
Yeah, everyone dogpiles on man, so they all get along.
Even though you were all raised in different places, you gel together so naturally.
Yeah, we gel like the best of them. Well, we have been together for a while now, so I suppose that's to be expected. Oh dear. As the least employee from our Duke, I'm not certain I know how to feel about that assessment. I mean, we get along fine enough, I guess. But I'm a Spriggan, you know? The kind will take the tough jobs nobody else wants. I've got my hard-boiled image to protect here. You have no image remaining, Van. You are the group's dad, says the cake and ice cream addict. As is plain to see, it can be difficult for the young to tell apart their idealized natural selves. If I wasn't self-aware about it before, I sure am now, Master. It's a little odd being lumped in with this group now. What about you and your friends, Toa? You seem to have a strong relationship with them as well.
Yes, that's definitely true. We went through a lot together in school after all. We may have all went our separate ways after graduation, but we'll always be connected, no matter what happens. Believe it or not, they're a big part of why I came to the Republic in the first place.
Wait, really? Huh. Oh, not surprising to hear. You're really the type to sit back and play spectator when something's clearly going down. I mean, you commanded an airship during the Civil War for crying out loud. Not to mention all the stuff you did during Jormungand. And now, you and your Thor's friends have expanded your operations to the international stage for the sake of Zemuria as a whole.
Honestly, I think you're overselling my part in all this. I'm not doing anything as incredible as that. But I want to be. And I know my friends and everyone else at Thor's feel the same way.
Wow, you Thor's people are in a class all your own. That's really beautiful. We called our camaraderie impressive. Anyhow, I'm glad we had this chance to get better acquainted. Circumstances depending, I might be willing to take you on a 4SPG for you. I might be willing to take on a 4SPG for you guys. You're already working with the Foundation on the Grim Garden at Altina's request. Naturally, the Guild would be more than willing to assist as well, should fee require it. I'll be all too happy to lend my support to any cause my youngest pupil, Gaius, needs assistance with. Seems forming connections such as this is Mr. Arkwright's specialty. I am going to be very sad if Gaius doesn't show up, and he's probably not going to show up since I have never heard anybody talk about him showing up in this game. Maybe in the sequel to this game, when it comes out in like 2 years. Like seriously, it'll be like the longest amount of time between any two Trails games, I feel. Horizon and Horizon 2, or whatever they decide to call the second game. I believe right now it's just working title is Kai 2 in Japan. These foreign connections such as this is Mr. Arkwright's specialty.
Definitely. Thank you all so much.
All I'm hoping is that with Kai 2 having so long between releases, I'm hoping that that's just going to be very good, like on the writing side of things, since you can do a lot of script writing without making the game. An underground anti-immigration terrorist group. Can you say they're operating outside the Republic as well? Yeah, though they don't have any connection to the space program that we know about. Be that as it may, this is an issue at the forefront of the Guild's mind. Have you heard anything in relation to that group, Toa? It isn't unreasonable to suppose that you have, with Thor's extensive network of connections at your fingertips. Well, for one thing, I don't think this group has been active in the main part of the Empire Liberal or Crossbell. But like the Guild has heard, the northern side of the continent is another story. Some of our friends were personally involved in some of the incidents that took place in Jirai and Northumbria. Wait, really? What kind of incidents are we talking about here? Honestly, from what I've been told, we don't know all the specifics. The first sign of trouble was over 2 years ago, when Jirai was in upheaval over a bid for independence. Yeah, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? They had been annexed by the Empire and were looking to become an independent state again, much like Crossbell and Northumbria. However, the people ultimately voted to keep it under Imperial rule. It's not a permanent decision. The citizens will revisit this matter and re-vote every 10 years. With so many divergent opinions being thrown around, local residents and other parties struggled to reach even that compromise. And yet, multiple small-scale terrorist attacks took place seemingly in protest of it. The collateral was minimal and no one was killed, thankfully, but the people were shaken with fear, leading to further disputes. Things did settle down eventually with an agreement ratified a half-year later than planned, but the instigators of the attacks were never identified. Even now, our allies from Thors are still attempting to track them down. Jirai. I knew it was the northwestern part of Zemuria, but not much beyond that. I have only ever heard the name Jirai in passing. To think so much had transpired there. You claim that was merely the first sign of trouble. I take that to mean more have arisen over these past 2 years? Unfortunately so. The next one involves the people who were unhappy with the agreement. Over the past half year, many of them have suddenly gone missing. That links back to what you guys heard. Indeed. Although, that there was a common thread among the victims is news to me. Could there be a similar trend in Rimaferia, Northumbria, and the Free Cities? I get the feeling this might involve brokers for undocumented immigrants, like the one we ran into before. But isn't Rimaferia a pretty wealthy nation? I wouldn't have thought they'd have issues with people having to enter illegally. They are wealthy, yes, but no matter how well off a country might be, simply isn't possible to root out discord and strife completely. The real concern is what's causing these people, however few they may be, to just up and vanish. This matter is already on Thor's radar. We want to make sure the situation doesn't escalate any further than it has. Good to hear you guys are all over this. Don't know what you guys are going to be up to over in Basel, but if you need any help, you got my number. I appreciate it. Sigh. So much for keeping the destination of my trip a secret. It's that cat's out of the bag. Did Fee tell the guild she was coming with? Yeah, she did. You're going to love Basil, trust me. The air is clear and there's a bevy of things to do. You might even run into some of my friends and family members while you're there. Right. Yes, I'm sure your family will be helping us out a great deal. While I'm there, I really hope I'll get the chance to visit the observatory at least once. Certainly worth checking out. Hopefully everything's been repaired. Oh yeah, speaking of that, your grandfather was an astronomer, was he not? That was a detail that we discussed. How do you know that? Is he well known in the Republic too? His name was Alfred Herschel, right? Not sure most people here would know him, but he's famous among other astronomers. Yeah, we got the rundown on him not too long ago. You probably already heard some about this, but we stopped over by Agnes's house earlier, and oh yeah, there was that too. But wasn't there like a side quest in Cold Steel 1 or 2? Probably 1, where we stargazed with Toa and got some of that information? Repressed memory, I guess, suddenly coming to the forefront. After Van finished explaining how Toa and her grandfather's name had shown up in Professor Epstein's diaries, they arrived at the airport. The group saw Toa off as she boarded the airliner for Basel before returning to work. Part of the Abba district has been updated. Oh, we're going back to the Abba district. I'm assuming we can go into the school now. What's the matter, man? That look on your face tells me you're really hung up on something. Perhaps he's simply mulling over all we've learned now that we've visited every district on our list, Chardin notwithstanding. Coupled with the information obtained from this morning, you may well have grasped the bigger picture, or picked up a scent if you prefer. I want to dial back your expectations a notch or two. I ain't gotten that far. I want to do a little more digging in a certain spot I thought we'd skip, since it doesn't have a bulletin board. Well, we got some extra time, so let's say we go check out the Blacklight District. Oh, right, that place. I suppose we haven't gone there yet, have we? Seeing as it's a seedbed for criminal elements, I only pay a visit when the job deems it necessary. Do you expect to find something there? Aren't the gangsters, mafiosos, and Jaegers just bumming around doing squat? Or it could be possible you'll believe you'll find a lead on the disappearances there. Nah, if fresh faces from other countries started popping up around town, we'd have heard about it by now. It's more, I'm catching a faint whiff of something the shady characters down there wouldn't bat an eye at. I don't want to see where that scent trail leads. Ah, that makes sense. Huh? In what way? None of the information gathered thus far could be considered alarming. However, with the root cause still unknown, proper risk management requires all potential blind spots be subjected to a thorough scrutinization. What she said, where there's smoke, there's fire. Though that's not to say that finding the source of it in the Blacklight District is a for sure thing. It'd definitely be worth a visit, though. I could do with some genuine answers to at least a few of the questions raised already. And hey, we might be able to scrounge up some other leads while we're there. In that case, I suggest we head straight over once the time is ripe. The Blacklight District has been added to the travel menu. Proceeding to the Blacklight District will advance the story. Unfinished quests, connection events, and other sub-events will disappear. As they do. Looks like there is just a sub-event over here. But hey, a sub-event is a sub-event. Should I head over to the student council room? Yeah. You should. Oh, we just get to talk to everybody here.
Beginning search.
There's nothing here, sadly. Watching them work together like this is making me want to jump in and lend a hand myself. But as much as I may want to, I shouldn't. For the sake of the student council, they need to work hard and overcome this on their own. Honestly, I should have been giving them more opportunities like this while I was still a student. I'm sure Halbert and the others will manage somehow. Why don't we just sit back, relax, and maybe enjoy a cup of tea while we watch over them? My, what an eager first year you are, helping out with the student council duties like this. Yes, well, student council president Albert has asked me to. But is there even any room for me to help out at this point? Just jump right on in. You can worry about everything else afterward. Before that, could I interest you in some tea and a slice of cake? Really? Thank you. Jump right on in, huh? Ren's probably right. Alright, once I finish having this cake, I'm gonna pick myself up and get to work. Glad to see Curtis is, doing okay now that he's passed his exams and gotten off the, I forget, what? He was picking the, what, wasn't he taking the Orbital hookah in the second game? Anyway, the vape. I'm glad to hear Miss Toa made it to the airport on time. Oh, and by the way, those snacks you brought us were very much appreciated, Van. Should be just what we need to get us over the finish line. Yeah, look like you guys are in for a heck of a grind today. But hey, someone's got to lend the new boss man a hand, right? Exactly. We should be able to finish by evening if we keep going at this pace. You and the others should do your best too, Van. Hey, that's my line. Thanks to everyone pitching in. We're about halfway done. Man, being student council president is a tough job. Yeah, quit your grumbling. Don't forget, you've got me and Agnes with you. Just one last push and we can all call this a job well done, new student council prez. And I'll be counting on you, new vice prez. Taking over for Ren as student council president sure must be putting a lot of pressure on him. Agnes and I are gonna have to do what we can to lend our support. As the new student council president, I've got to be stronger than this. Alright, time to give it everything I've got. I believe that covers everything. So... Blacklight District. Proceeding to the Blacklight District will advance the main story and finish quest connection events as other sub-events will disappear. Van and crew contacted the reserve team member waiting at the office. They all then decided to meet up in the Tyro District and enter the underground passage leading to the Blacklight District together.
Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. here in Edith, and we have breaking news to report. Regarding Project Startaker's second successful launch yesterday, we have just confirmed that the test module has re-entered the atmosphere and has landed in the ocean south of Calvert.
Alright.
This test module simulates the conditions necessary to keep astronauts protected from the vacuum of space. With the module recovered and safety checks performed, the Aerospace Force has announced a date for their third official launch
tomorrow,
which will take place 3 days from now, on July 12th at 1 p.m.
I believe that's what people were guesstimating, weren't they?
This promises to be a watershed moment for mankind, as Amelia Haring will become the first human in history to travel into space.
Are they for real? That's right around the corner.
I gotta call my boyfriend so we can take the day off.
Let's go!
Wow, Hermes is going to space in just 3 days? Does no one else think this is too much too fast? I thought about cranking these up to new heights. It was Yang and Essie who designed that test module, as I recall. They do not get unique artworks. That's kind of a shame, honestly. Adiabatic pressure during atmospheric re-entry is said to cause shockingly high temperatures, yet they cleared that issue without a hitch. That is another word to look up. A lot of these words do not enter my vocabulary, but I like kind of looking it up to learn these somewhat new things. So adiabatic pressure is relating to or denoting a process condition in which heat does not enter or leave the system concerned. So pressure. This is out of my wheelhouse. I mean, adiabatic compression is a thing or whatever. I guess it's gases compress without exchanging heat with its surroundings. I don't know. Out of my wheelhouse. Such was a foregone accomplishment for them and the artisans of Basel. As inspirational as this is, though, it's happening a lot faster than you'd expect. Yeah, and by how thorough the setup's been. I'm willing to bet that bastard Renee's got his fingerprints all over this too, right in between Graham hearts. Likely so. His work with the presidential office seems to keep him busier than ever lately. Developments will no doubt unfold more quickly. We may have need to keep sharper than usual. Right, though in our own Sprigany sniff through the mud kind of way. Oh, I just realized something. Isn't July 12th Agnes' birthday? Huh, now that you mention it, yeah. So much else going on at the same time, it's shaping up to be an eventful one. I hadn't even known. She'll be turning 17, correct? Yes. We've even been planning a party of sorts on the sly. Afterward, the group arrived at their destination via a convoluted route beneath the Tyrell district. Oh, new music for the Blacklight district as well. Still fits the vibe. Yep, this place hasn't changed a single bit. It's not the Blacklight district if it isn't shady as all get out. Even still, it pays to come here every once in a while with how useful information often is. There's no bulletin board here, so let's just focus on talking with the usual suspects. I know I beam this into y'all at this point, but try not to let even the smallest clue pass you by. Understood. You'll remain vigilant as always.
Haven't seen you.
To the condemned sector. No reason to go there now.
What? Go, punk.
Welcome. Some new herbal products just came in. Just swarming though will triple their efficacy, so please be mindful of the dosage and instructions. You're acting like it's nothing, but that's not exactly a legal drug, is it? It's a pretty nasty one, too. I'm interested in anything but that. Oh, of course, it's a little strong, but it's a high-quality product that isn't the least bit habit-forming. Sigh, I should have known it would have been unpopular with all but my hardiest customers. I've been stocking up to expand my product line. Yeah, there's something wrong with your methods. Multiple somethings. Sigh, this place is the same as ever. I've been thinking about expanding my product line now that the Mafia's been purged. Do you think if I called these space herbs they'd fly off the shelves? Please don't.
Now,
Look at you as high as space, apparently. Essence of Mir. Like the character from Fire Emblem. Fairly pricey body oil with aroma popular in the Central East. Cardamom cookies. Maja's specialty cookies, imbued with a pleasantly strong, sophisticated aroma.
I'll be seeing you.
Consume.
Love me a sugar rush.
No matter how many times we come here, I still can't believe
Computer
there's
movement
a
so we
place
could
like
talk to
this
her
in
once everyone's
Eden.
done talking.
Indeed. It's a sight those on the surface could never imagine.
I haven't been around recently myself.
Well, let's see if we can't find any leads.
Feels like new faces have been popping up around here again. I wonder if they're part of some minor Jaeger Corps from somewhere. There have been a lot of those lately. But that's not something new in a place like this. We haven't had any problems getting customers, and I'm happy to report that Gabriella's pub is thriving too. I decided to help Gabriella with her pub once Yada started going to Sunday school. He needed someone to work the hours she's picking him up and dropping him off. And besides, Yada's so cute. I'm happy they have more than enough Mira. Well, look at you, Spriggan. Piling around with the guild's own beauty's blade. Now that's a surprise. I've seen you two work together before, but you seem oddly close. And what's so odd about it exactly? Oh, nothing. Must have been my imagination. Want to take a look at my wares? The black market's been thriving lately. I've got all kinds of lucky finds. Now, this is what you call a wave of prosperity. Can't say I'm happy about it. The light of the space program appears to be revitalizing the shadows of the Blacklight District. The brighter the light and all that. With all these tourists coming in from abroad, we're getting a decent amount of new product. The black market is positively thriving. All hail our great benefactor of the space program. I heard they just announced the launch day. The crux of the program. We should get fired on too.
Oh, got a great lineup and great prices.
Saint earrings, simply stylish earrings that were favored by the clergy in the Middle Ages. Stats are honestly not too bad. Just making sure nothing here is marked as new. Cool.
Got a great lineup and come again soon.
Pleasure doing business.
Weapon shop. Welcome! Well, if it isn't the Spriggan. You guys look pretty busy. I heard you guys got in touch with some VIPs from Marduk HQ. I've been real curious about what's going on over there lately. Oh, with that program. I'd ask how the heck you'd heard about that, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Especially seeing as you're an arms dealer famous and even in the underworld. Sounds like you're selling abroad these days too. Oh, I'm no big deal. It's true that my market share expanded since Almada's destruction. But I just want to work in harmony with everyone in the underworld. This guy keeps a low profile and he's got the skills, but on the other hand... Quite right, he's not a bad person, but... Let's make sure you don't do anything that causes trouble for the guild. Your beauty's blade. Of course, ma'am. I'll take your warning to heart. Well, he's got the good stuff, so let's take this opportunity to take a look. Have you heard the news? Apparently Lindsay's going to be reintegrating into society soon. Isn't that wonderful? Even I'm in a good mood now. I think I'll give her that survival knife she's always wanted to congratulate her. No. That sounds like a bad idea.
Welcome. Thank you.
She needs to be removed from all knives. Both of these are stat items, so we don't have to worry about buying them now.
Please stop by again. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
Let's see. I guess the clinic could be our final stop. There's a treasure chest there? Is there a treasure chest there? Oh, hey. Is that what's his name from Iscariot? Hey, look who's here. Abi. Yeah. I think that is Vice Chief of the Warriors of Kruga, Hassan Al-Fayed. And member of the Papal Guards of Scar Unit, Vice Captain Ashlad.
Well,
That's his name, Ashlad.
Still hoping to Spriggan with his work, I see. I'm glad to find you in good health, man.
Wait, what are you doing with him? Rubbing elbows with Iscariot's top brass? And another unexpected arrival.
It's been some time, Markrite Solutions. And a pleasure to see you, Master.
So, you're here as well, Ashlad. I take it the both of you are gathering information? That's correct. I'm looking into the activities of some of our Jaegers. Definitely catching a whiff of something here. Funny, we also came to the Blacklight District to scrounge up some intel. If it's not too much trouble, mind sharing what's been happening on your end? Very well, so long as I can ask for your insights on a matter or two in return. Now, first of all, are you aware of the recent string of disappearances among those who flocked to the Blacklight District? Nope, that's news to me. Though I wouldn't think much of that in the stopping grounds of drifters and wayfarers. Right, one can easily imagine those who wash up here going even further into hiding. However, this may very well be connected to the retracted missing persons reports that have left the police scratching their heads. Well, it's no wonder the issue isn't widely known topside. After all, down here someone can bash into thin air one moment, only resurface the next before you even realize. Whatever they did while off the grid stays a great big question mark. That's just business as usual for us shady folk. Indeed, if for instance, a petty gangster were to go unaccounted for, such an occurrence wouldn't raise any red flags. But be that as it may, Mr. Alfayette is taking it upon himself to look into the activities of some of our Jaegers, as he puts it. Ah, so it's happening to your guys too. Yes. At first, the disappearances were mainly among gangsters and mafiosos, but in the last several days, Jaegers have been going astray as well. The affected include not only dropouts and members of low-level corps, but even those of medium standing. As for you, Ashlad, I presume your activities are here on the church's recent initiative? Correct. While there is little I'm at liberty to disclose, the need has arisen to ascertain the flow of people, including that of those in the underworld. Prior to your arrival, Hassan and I were exchanging information about the unnatural behaviors observed within the Jaeger Corps. Additionally, we were hoping to pinpoint and question the leading light of the Blacklight District, but alas. Sorry, but there's only so much I can divulge on the subject. There is a tacit understanding among those living here, but Arkwright can tell you that much. Tacit understanding is in an unspoken rule? So the Blacklight District actually has some kind of honor code. Who would have thought? But what exactly does leading light of the Blacklight District refer to? Blacklight District's head honcho and liaison to the outside world. Person here everybody's in debt to. Folks call him the Kingpin. But as for who they actually are or what they're like, your guess is as good as mine. Even within the guild, all I've heard is word of mouth. It's said they played a pivotal role in the development of what would eventually grow into the Blacklight District. If you know that much, then all the easier. Even still, I can't just spill the beans on where you'll find the Kingpin. Though, for what it's worth, I'm pretty sure they're clued up on what you're investigating. I getcha. Gotta play by the book. Suppose that means all of us will have to just do our own sniffing around from here on out. We too have no intention of meddling in the affairs of the Blacklight District any further. I will touch base with my Jaeger contacts once again. Please do inform me should you discover anything of note, Arkwright. As for myself, I have obtained all the information I require, so I shall be taking my leave. While you no doubt have your own feelings on the matter, Master, I must ask that you leave this to me. That's so, and I wish you luck in your endeavors, Ashlad. This may well bear relation to the actions of the Grouse Ritter, after all. So, missing people, including Jaegers. I'm assuming that there's an artifact involved since he is here. Although I don't really know what the artifact would be. It would appear that there are several Jaegers missing among those who disappeared from the Blacklight District. The situation may turn dangerous. Some of our units have been affected too. Which is why I've been looking into it. Sorry to say I haven't found anything decisive yet. We don't know what will happen, so be careful, Farida. I will. You be careful too, Avi. Good luck.
According to a government announcement,
now that we've gotten a grasp of the situation, I don't think we'll be staying here long. We have our target. It's nearly time to move out. I'd guess the church would take action based on what Kevin told us. That the Grouse Ritter and the Ascariad monks are both taking this seriously. Probably an artifact involved, like I said.
Do me a favor and decide already.
Salty borscht. Probably dish at Gabriella's pub, familiar to those from up north.
Come back whenever you like.
The Kingpin is special to us. I've actually got a pretty good idea of what you're looking into. Do what you need to. It's not my place to interfere with your investigation. Besides, Yana's class should be over right about now. He may be at Sunday school, but he's still alone up on the surface. I gotta hurry and pick him up. Oh yeah, this lady's a mom, isn't she? Yeah, I heard she adopted the kid. Her seems like a doting parent. It's not that the high-ranking Jaeger Corps haven't made any moves, but seeing as I'm the only former Jaeger, I don't know anything for certain. Oops, it's about time for Yada's class to be over. I gotta hurry and pick him up.
And now for the latest.
So
I have some good books on sale.
you're gonna get put back on the surface, huh? Oh, Van, did you come here just to see how I was doing? No, why would I need to check on you? You know, as a show of support. I'm working really hard right now. Besides, the Kingpin already scolded me for all the stabbing. Oh, and the statute of limitations for me being on the wanted list expires next month. That's why the Kingpin is testing me to see if I'm ready to reintegrate into society. I'm enduring all kinds of things, so don't you think I deserve some encouragement from my boyfriend? What do you think, Mr. Boyfriend? I already told you this a million times, I'm not your boyfriend. And seriously, you always share way too much. Sounds like yours are complicated circumstances. And you're here in the Blacklight District, no less. Yes, sir, a fine older gentleman I spotted earlier. He looks even sturdier than Van. I bet he's amazing. Got a guard, Master. This one's got a habit of stabbing the men she's taken a shine to.
Well,
It's not like any old man will do. I just think sturdy people are wonderful. They look like they can take my love. And while it's true that I stabbed my ex, that was years ago. The statute of limitations is gonna expire soon. And that incident with Joe earlier, well, it's not exactly my type. It was an accident. Don't you think you've done more than enough stabbing? Sigh, we really do need to be careful with her. Even if the Kingpin keeps her on a short leash.
what would you like?
She was always one of the more funny, those are stat earrings. She's always been one of the more funny
Please stop by again sometime.
NPCs to talk to. Dumplings. Guess I'll upload the maximum freeze real quick.
Sheesh. Talk about obsessed.
3 stars. The maximum energy gives this stuff a surprise, energizing in-your-face flavor. Should do wonders for beating the heat, or as a post-training pick-me-up. That's all filled out. We need rainbow berries. Maybe someday. Well, we can make the Kunlun sesame balls at least. 1.
Time to flex my cooking muscles. This is sure to make your mouth water. Quite the feast.
Consume the borscht.
I'm stuffed. Now where?
We should look around for these, shouldn't we?
Initiating search. Beginning search.
What do you
Search time. Now where?
Oh yeah, there's a fishing spot down here. Important.
This is an adequate spot for fishing.
Let's do this thing.
So there is a weird big
Alrighty.
catch chance.
Search time.
Is this the same one?
Let's do this thing.
Yes, it is. And we need deluxe dumplings for a more reliable, bigger catch. Although this one's actually likely. I'm assuming we can't leave the Blacklight District right now, right? Yeah, we're stuck here.
What's next?
Don't mind if I do.
Well, no time like the present.
Let's do this thing.
It is the most likely thing, and we have 4 chances per reset.
That's it. Chalk one up.
Rock Eater is the type of fish. We just need the big one.
That's it. Chalk one up. That's it. Shot one up. That's it. Shot one up.
If I had known I needed more dumplings, I would have would have bought some.
That's it. This is a big one.
Take your time.
That is the wrong big one that we wanted. We need the other big one.
That's it.
It's supposed to be the more likely of the two.
Shot one up.
Dang it.
That's it. Shot one up.
C rank. One more.
That's it.
Fairy, could you get out on my left ear?
This is a big one. Search time. Let's do this thing. That's it. Shot one up.
Well,
Damn it.
That's it. Shot one up. That's it.
I feel like this is taking longer than it should.
Shot one up. That's it. Shot one up.
This is getting absurd.
Let's do this thing. That's it. This is a big one.
There we go. We got him.
take your time.
Thank goodness. And it was the first one that we got too, so... Let me guess. You had the same dialogue, right? Hey, they're coming in and have some fun, just got tuned up. Yep, she has the same dialogue as she has had for the past 2 entire games. Impressive. Anyway. This path hasn't always been here, has it?
Beginning search.
It's probably been here the whole time. It looks like it should kind of be there. Oh, you. The crazy old lady. Everyone's going crazy about the space program. What a splendid turn of events. It's thanks to that I made back more money than I lost, so I'm truly grateful. Maybe I should go for the long shot. That's hard to do in the capital. Maybe next I should... This lady who sells counterfeit goods. Seems like she's got another plan up her sleeve. She really never learns her lesson. Maybe I should have the guild monitor her activities. This place has always been noisy, but those assholes had to come along and make it worse. If you guys don't want to get shot in the head, then shut up, order, and drink quietly. These guys are causing so much trouble I decided to ban gambling for now. Anyone who doesn't comply is going to be seeing stars. No rocket launch required.
Can I help you?
Golden Stout. Alcohol-free beer that gleams gold, made with care at Beckon's Gambling Bar.
Come again.
But no gambling.
Initiating search.
There it is.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a little fun?
The Barker and the two new victims. Well, ma'am, I'm leaving the customers in your hands. Time to make the rounds again. Thanks for all your hard work. Watch out for any crackdowns, alright? Ma'am, the capital's entertainment district is my stomping ground. There's still plenty of big spenders out there for me to reel in, so look forward to the next batch of the day. Next catch of the day. My, it's rare to see the two of you together. Is this for work or are you all taking a break? Either way, you're welcome here. Leave your body and heart to me. And I'll fulfill all of your desires. You're the same as ever. Or have you got an even more bewitching mistress? We're traveling with minors, so maybe you could keep the whole seduction thing to a minimum? Besides, we're not on break. We're gathering some intel. Know anything about anything strange going on? My, aren't you impatient? I heard a few things that piqued my curiosity. But the biggest one might be that more and more girls are coming from abroad in the midst of this little economic boom. Taking on clients by yourself can be risky, so I really need to get in touch with them in the near future. He seems pretty responsible for someone in the Blacklight District. Yeah, she was from Messedom originally. She's had a tough life, and I guess it's made her compassionate. Girls all seem to love her, too. The economy may be doing well, but even now people are suffering. They're the ones who end up in the Blacklight District. I'd like to look out for them if I can. Though Tracy has been bringing them back to our establishment one after the other, and we're already pretty full. Just bear with me on that, ma'am. You know we've been talking about opening a second. Yes, we'll have to make a decision on that soon.
Oh, look at you, you
Queen
naughty
Bee
thing.
Belt. A belt embedded with countless tacks, resembles the stinger of a queen bee. And Viper Bite Emperor, a nourishing tonic that imparts inexhaustible vitality.
I'd better see you again.
Whatever you say. Anybody need EP? Nah. I guess Van wasn't maxed out.
Search time.
Come on over.
Teehee. I've been to space before too. If you drink a lot, the stars will twinkle. Isn't that amazing? Let's all go together. Could this be a symptom of alcohol poisoning? I'm a little concerned. You get a different kind of education coming to a place like this.
I'll whip you up a candy
Blue's
special.
Tonic. A citrus and sparkling drink made with care at Dynamite Bar.
See you later, cutie.
Where's the button? There's the button.
Now where?
Oh, it's a hacking minigame.
Gift from above, perhaps.
Damn, that dude is still fighting the one archaism?
Confirmed.
This fight has been ongoing since Daybreak 1.
Leave it to me. This is kid stuff. Security bypassed. Conducting search. Conducting search.
Nice. Yeah, I know how those work.
Conducting search.
Hey.
This is kid stuff. Security bypassed.
Well, that was nice and easy.
I made it. This thing's as good as
Invisible 1000. Perfect evades are easier to perform. That seems pretty fun. What is Van's current thing? More like pretty good damage. Minus resistance. Oh, this is the one that like was the experimental one, wasn't it? Invisible 1,000 still gives minus 15. I mean, we're keeping the damage, obviously. I don't think I want to swap it out.
Beginning search.
Let's see, is there anything on the other side?
Beginning search.
Alright.
Beginning search.
Final stop. The door opens now, apparently.
Seems like I could make some good cash from this, but without knowing exactly what's going on.
What's up, Isabel? Something on your mind?
Ah, Arkride. A little birdie by the name of Bermati mentioned you'd be coming. Sounds like you and the delivery woman, or astronaut rather, finally met face to face.
Word travels fast. Maybe a little too fast in this case. What can I say? Ramadi's an old classmate from my med school days. We keep in close touch. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ramadi also graduated from Mamaferia Medical College, yes? That's right. Although he pursued a degree in pharmaceuticals rather than following the pre-med track. That son of a gun. I figured we'd find our way over here eventually. Well, anyway, I think we're not the only ones thinking of something's off with the Blacklight District. You'd be right. Though I should preface that my perspective's limited in what's in my purview. Over the past few days, there's been an uptick in the number of arena contestants showing up late for fights. Their excuses for all these unpunctual arrivals are never clear, and it's been causing a lot of, shall we say, disputes. Though you won't hear me complaining about it, mind. Street brawls and scores of injuries are how I rake in the dough. That being said, the fact that it's getting to be a trend is worthy of concern. I tried probing the cause for their tardiness out of them during treatment, but their answers always wander off the mark. If that has been a frequent occurrence, then there's sure to be a reason behind it all. Has anyone been investigating the matter apart from yourself, madame? The arena management, yeah, but they haven't turned up anything yet. Other than, I can think of one obvious likelihood. The Kingpin, you mean? There's that name again. So you're familiar with them, eh, Arkwright? Why am I not surprised? I also wouldn't be shocked if they were looking into this as we speak. Just to clarify, I never actually met the Kingpin in person. But I wouldn't mind having a chat with them, if only do a little info swap. Mind hooking us up? Oh, come on now, you know better than that. I can't just tell you who the Kingpin is, or where to find them all willy-nilly. Now without breaking the Blacklight District's Code of Honor, anyway. Damn it, figured it wouldn't be that easy. Oh well, give us some good stuff to chew on, so thanks for the help. Think nothing of it. I'll more than likely be needing your help in the future, so you consider this a small act of charity. Of course, cough up enough Mira, and I'll be happy to loosen my lips a little more. I was wondering where Joe Browning was, literally as I was talking with her. Hey Doc, so, about that injury from the other day. Well, we'll let you get back to work. See you later. Considering he got KO'd pretty badly during Daybreak 2. Alright, we now have a clear picture of what to do from here. Yeah, and that's finding this Blacklight District Kingpin people keep bringing up. Whoever they are, there's a good chance they're onto something about all this. Still, it seems arranging a meeting with them will prove difficult. Difficult, but not impossible. The only taboo here is giving away the Kingpin's identity without their say-so. But if the Kingpin themselves decides to meet us of their own volition, that sidesteps the issue. Indeed, fulfilling their role as this district's head would be an impossible feat, were they unwilling to reveal so much as their face. As such, I'll surmise they've yet to decide their course, whether to step up from the shadows or linger within. Gonna put it better myself. So, here's the play. We're gonna keep Bolt connected to Kingpin so that the big cheese themselves catches on to us. Keep at it enough, and they should eventually show up, or at least send some kind of sign. Indeed, they must possess some degree of flexibility, otherwise serving as a liaison for the surface world would be rather trying. In that case, perhaps our first order of business should be finding someone with close ties to the Kingpin. Yeah, poking and prodding a confidant of theirs is bound to get a reaction somehow. Okay, back to asking around then. Person close to the Kingpin. Freaking woman, all these months later and the wound still hurts. You sure I'm clear to join the Ultra match tomorrow? Dunno, injury's looking good though. That's all you gotta say? The hell am I paying you for, Doc? Got stabbed some time ago down here in the Blacklight District. Doc's saying it's all healed, but man, there's days where it aches like no tomorrow. I'm the champ of the arena though. I can't afford to look like a wimp out there. If I'm going in the Ultra match, I gotta be in tip-top shape. Gotta take some Ultra drugs. You know, the Kingpin and I actually like to share a few drinks on occasion. Boy, they can't put them can they put them down? You trying to give us a hint or something? Just make it small talk is all. But there's a smoker too if you're curious. She's almost certainly taunting us, but maybe... Speaking of my younger years, the Calvary Medical Association's having a conference today. An old friend of mine's supposed to be attending. Whether we'll have a chance to catch up after, though, is a different story. Must be tough working at such a big hospital. Maybe I'll drop on by just to bug him.
Take your time.
What's up? Need some meds?
We have some stuff that we don't really care much about.
You'll be fine. What's up? Need some meds? You'll be fine, so long as you...
Well, let's bring up this topic with everybody. What time is it at the moment, by the way? It is 11:56. Let's see. Time for me to go. It's about midnight. I can go a little bit longer. It's Friday.
I have some good books.
If it was a weekday, I'd probably leave. But but tomorrow is Saturday, so I don't have to worry about waking up at 7 in the morning or earlier. It's not like any old male will do. Yeah, we have to bring up the topic. Anyway, any regret about stabbing Browning?
Got something to ask you.
Sure. Still gonna be just talking. And? That's what a good majority of this game is before the shit hits the fan in the story. Oh, you're looking for someone who's close to the Kingpin? Why ask me, though? Just found a little hunch, that's all. You're always landing face first into trouble, and you keep relying on the Kingpin to bail you out. Wow, way to hit me where it hurts, man. And for the record, I'm not always getting into trouble. I'll have you know, I can count on the number of times I need the Kingpin's help on one hand. Heck, there are like so many people who are way more in the hole with them favor-wise than me. I know what you mean. Yeah, I do. And? I like the I like the talking. Can we take that to mean you are knowledgeable about such individuals? Look at you. I spiel in the neighborhood's affairs like a regular fly on the wall. Hey, don't make me sound like some two-bit gossip, you meanie. When it comes to messy drama in the Blacklight District, truth is stranger than fiction. How could I not tune in? But between you and me, I mostly do it in hopes of scoping out an absolute snack of a man I can sink my teeth into. Keep your weirdo kinks to yourself. Snack of a man? Is she one of those cannibals? Never change, Danger Tits. To be honest, I'll never understand having tasted her, so let's call them unique. Even if it might draw out my voice. I don't have much of a voice to throw out. Anyway, you might just be in the know person who can help us. Is there anyone around here who's especially tight with the Kingpin? Murgurger. Ah, classic idea. Fine, I'll be a good girl and do you this solid, Van. Even if you're being a big giant bully. I think playing, the only times I really threw up my voice were like some of the early streams of Trails that I did. Back when I wasn't super used to doing all the talking. I feel like for the last couple Trails games, I never really had much issues with like straining my voice at all with all the talking. Which is good. It means it helps me get my vocal stretches in because I am not much of a talker in real life. I talk a lot with my friends and I am the GM for my D&D game, but outside of that, there's only so much talking that I do. Like, I'm not the guy who does meetings, even if I did have one at work with a client for the project that I've been working on for the past, like, half year. I'll finally be going to a factory and be getting that set up. Yay! And I actually got one of the stretch goal features done today. Well, like 90% of the way. The last 10% of some extra bug fixes that I didn't iron out before the end of the day. Anyway. You want somebody who's deep in the Kingpin's debt. Who's so deep in the Kingpin's debt, they're basically tied to their apron strings? Out of everybody I know, the one who fits the bill the most would be that old lady Magisa. Magisa. If I recall correctly, that's the name of the culprit in a case that I handled together with Swin and Nadia. He was selling fake T-phones back then, but peddling counterfeit brand name goods and forged art has been her trade for a long time now. The guild has her on their watch list for that very reason. Judging by her age, I would wager she's been in the Kingpin's care since the early days of what is now the Blacklight District. Yeah, she's a real handful, even for the Kingpin, but the two of them go way, way back. They're basically lifelong frenemies, you could say. Apparently the Kingpin looked out for her when they were young, and the rest is history. How old is she? She's an old lady. So how old is the Kingpin? Well, Magisa seems under the impression that if it weren't for the Kingpin, she'd have more free reign to do as she wants. I've heard about her bootlegging debacles, but her being so close-knit with the Kingpin isn't one I saw coming. Fun fact, the Kingpin got a lot of use out of Magisa's supersonic legs back in the day. That might have made her enough of an asset to earn some leniency. Yes, I remember her running at speeds which defied logic for someone her age. One would imagine she was even faster in her prime, but how she exploited that talent many times over the years. At any rate, putting a name to even one person in the Kingpin's innermost circle is a big step forward. Maybe we can tackle her from a different angle compared to the rest. I'm glad I was able to help, man. In return, you just let me test stab you and we'll be square. Ooh, or I could settle for that hunky silver fox. Okay, we've got the info we needed. Time to bounce. Wait, I was only kidding, I swear.
I have some good books on sale.
You'll keep that conversation a secret, right? I'm not supposed to talk about the Kingpin since it could cause some trouble. And it could end up impacting my social reintegration. If you need, I could even pay you a little visit. You know, I was just kidding. This is the third old lady you've seen in video games that has rocket legs. I guess we'll visit Magisa last then.
Pardon me.
You're looking for someone with close ties to the Kingpin? How close are you talking? Because everyone around this joint's got a special relationship with them in one way or another. As for myself, if they hadn't taken me in like the lost, snarling rescue dog I was, I I wouldn't have this peaceful life running this here stall. Okay.
Excuse me?
Sorry, but I can't say I know much about that. I just drifted here after I came from the Central East. You'll be better off looking for someone who's been around the block longer than I have. Interesting.
What's wrong? Scared money don't make no money.
Oh, it's not in the arena. We're going down.
Come on over and say hello. Hey, big boy.
But she probably can't talk about him either. Oh, we got a cutscene though. Oh, you want to know more about the Kingpin? That's quite bold coming right on and asking about them out of the blue. Just thought you might have some juicy tidbits to share, that's all. Though even if you don't, figure it's only right to come say hi anyway while I'm in the neighborhood. Still hard to imagine you and the Kingpin don't have some kind of history, what with you running the local nightlife scene and all. There's no denying that, but keep in mind, I owe her a great debt. You just spoiled the gender of the Kingpin. So there isn't much I can let slip. You'll have to connect most of the dots yourself. That works for me. Any info's better than nothing. Wait, you said her, so the Kingpin's actually more like a queen pin, huh? Now, first of all, running into the Kingpin is never a guarantee, even if you comb the entirety of the Blacklight District. Way to avoid the question. That's because she spends most days topside carrying out a regular everyday life. Unless there's something big going on, she isn't going to come down here. I suppose it makes sense, with her both serving as a liaison and trying to keep her identity close to the vest. Incidentally, we heard she played a key role in the founding of this underground space. As I recall, the Blacklight District was once a mere plot of land abandoned during the urban development several decades ago. If she had a hand in its establishment, one could surmise she plied her trade as a realtor or property manager. Well, you sure done your homework. She was once what you might call a land shark, prowling the waters of Edith and leaving her mark every which way, for better or worse. So that likely rules out Dominique. Although I don't think we know really any other older female characters that would really fit the bill. So it might be a completely new character. I guess we'll find out though. That's how she was able to intervene and gain the influence she now holds in this dark little crevice the city planners let fall by the wayside. Oh, she sounds pretty formidable. I'll say. Must have been one hell of a land grabber. Makes me wonder if she has any ties to Heiyue. I'd be curious to know what exactly she does in the outside world myself. The Kingpin used to be a land shark up top. Couldn't be, could it? Okay, I think I get where the Kingpin stands in the food chain now, which brings me to my next question. You said she wouldn't come underground unless there was something big going on. Would the current situation fall under that category? Sure you already know this, but there have been a lot of people going missing in the Blacklight District lately. From what I hear, the whole mess might have spurred the Kingpin into action. Well, I guess there's a good chance she's already made her way down here. As for where she is right this second, though, I haven't the faintest clue, sorry to say. Nothing to apologize for. No, we're not wasting our time investigating this place is enough. By the way, I don't suppose you know how we can set up a meeting with the Kingpin, do you? Well, it's safe to assume she already knows about you all. I'm sure you'd gather enough about how the Blacklight District is run, but she's a caring person at heart. You could try showing that she stands to gain by meeting with you directly. Maybe, say, through a long-standing acquaintance of hers. In that case, the old lady Lindsay told us about might be our best bet. Thanks for the tip. I'll be sure to pay you back sometime. Oh, don't worry about that. We're both friends of Dingo, so consider this a freebie. If you need anything else from me, don't hesitate to ask. Our efforts are beginning to bear fruit, it seems. From all we've heard, the individual closest to the Kingpin appears to be the unrelenting counterfeit dealer Magisa. With her, we can cast a line and force the Kingpin out from the shadows. Yep, all we gotta do now is find her and bait the hook on the double. We'll give her one more talk. The Kingpin's the reason I was able to open my establishment in the first place. Honestly, I owe them so much, it's hard to look them in the eye. I bet that's not a problem for you. Do whatever you like. But maybe this is another way you're being tested. I'll slap a save down real quick.
If I may trouble you a moment.
You want to meet the Kingpin? Why ask me? What, you think we're close or something? Sorry to say, but I hardly know him. This isn't one of your counterfeit deals, Magisa. You're not fooling anybody. We're well aware you've been acquainted with the Kingpin longer than anyone else in the Blacklight District. The way I hear it, the Kingpin's been covering your ass since before the Blacklight District was even a thing. Considering how deep a relationship runs, you can get her to throw us a bone, can't you? Beg and plead all you like, I have no earthly idea what you're talking about. After all, I haven't done a thing to inconvenience the Kingpin. There's not a single skeleton in this closet. She's not going down without a fight, is she? We'll take a gamble in that case. I'll admit, you're more loyal than I gave you credit for. But, could it be that deep down you secretly resent the Kingpin for clipping your wings and putting you in a cage? We do know, old lady. That literally just gives it away, though. Actually, crib might be a better word. She was missing from the stand for a bit. Interesting, though. I wouldn't have expected it on it's Gin, right? Actually, crib might be a better word. Way she'll still call a grown-ass woman like you just some good-for-nothing girl. They say venen's good for the soul. If you need to air your grievances about the Kingpin, we're here to lend you an ear. How do you know all that? Who told you? When? Where? I had a big inkling about this Kingpin, but a reaction just about confirms it. Thanks for giving the game away. Damn brat, you better not be thinking of blabbing that around, you hear? Wait, this Van? Don't tell us you figured out the Kingpin's identity. I get it. It's all starting to make sense now. Yeah, I happen to remember her talking to another old woman we know. And looking real in the whole favor-wise at that. So, what'll it be, lady? Gonna hook us up with the Kingpin or nah? What are you trying to do, blackmail me? Hey now, no need to make it sound so unflattering. We're fixers here, not breakers. Might even be able to help you out, circumstances permitting. But if you refuse to play ball, I can always name drop you to my chief suspect and get her take. Yep, fine, I'll call her over alright. Chances are the Kingpin has already heard that you've all been snooping around here anyway.
You got that right. I've got the ears of a bat, after all. I knew it'd come to this someday.
She was listening in. I think I left the refrigerator running at home. Goodbye. Hey, really? You're pulling that line? Let her go. Don't worry about the small fry with the big fish in the pond. Now here I thought she would just be like the cranky old lady that insults Van for ordering candy. Like, I thought that would be like, that would be it. Just routine calling Van a child with a sugar tooth. But no, she's apparently involved in the Blacklight District as the Kingpin. What a twist. Wait, you?
I gotta say, feels awfully strange having the Spriggan and his crew seek me out by my underworld title.
Had to roll the dice a couple times, but it looks like my bet's paid off in spades. How's it going, Gin? Or should I be calling you Gin the Kingpin down here? What? Is that nice old tobacco seller lady all along? I suspected there was more to you than meets the eye, madame. Personally, I can't say I would have ever expected this. Yeah, speak for yourself. You actually found the answer all on your own. Feel free to call me whatever you want. But time is money, so if there's something you want to discuss, make it fast. I got 2 lives I'm running here. Okay, I knew you owned a decent amount of property, but I had no idea you were such an active player in the land speculation game half a century back. Yes, that was a long time ago. When the underground developments I had a hand in were abandoned, those with no place to belong began to roost here. As one of the reasons this place even existed, I felt some measure of responsibility for those down and outs. So, I decided to look after them, and before I knew it, they all started calling me the Kingpin. Wow, that's quite the history. Like a hawk watching over its nestlings from the shadows of the shadows. I'm beginning to understand why you command such respect among the locals, despite being shrouded in mystery. I keep telling them what I'm doing isn't worth praising to the skies over, but I might as well be talking to the air. Anyway, I hear you're looking into the recent string of disappearances down here. We are, yes. And we would be correct in assuming you have also taken the onus of investigating the matter. Yeah, I've only a rough idea of what's going on. On a related note, I have a question for you. Do you know about the condemned sector of the Blacklight District? Yeah. You've poked your noses around there a few times. Would have been one of the first places searched when folks here started going missing, though, no? That's not what I'm getting at. I was asking because there's another uninhabited block just like it. The Blacklight District has a history of mutability, with it changing sites several times up to now. The condemned Sector 2 once bustled with activity, only to be consigned to oblivion as a forgotten subterrane, like so many others. And the one you refer to holds the lingering traces of those who vanished. That's what you mean to imply, yes? Exactly, but there's a single hitch about it that still nags at me. None today will tread near the area, with hardly any current residents even cognizant of it, and yet signs suggest that people have been gathering there. It was called the Culvert, by the way, once upon a time. A culvert? Meaning an underground watercourse. As far as I understand, the guild isn't aware of such a place. Though perhaps Jin and Hazel have some knowledge of its existence. Well, it's the first I'm hearing of it myself. But back on topic, missing persons are coming in and out of somewhere that's off everyone's radar. It's no wonder this case hasn't been cracked yet. Normally I'd call this our problem to solve, but at this point I'm not able to slap away a helping hand or two. Or 14, or however many people we have here. Counting the people, it is 16 extra hands. So if you're offering them, then that's that. I'll teach you how to get to the culvert. We got a map. It's a deserted flood control facility about a stone's throw away from the Blacklight District. You're unlikely to get lost as long as you follow these directions I've jotted here. No one's managing anymore, so there should be zero issue getting in. Thanks for the help, Gin. But are you sure you're okay with letting us in on all this? Like I said, the place was consigned to oblivion, not covered up in some grand conspiracy. I'm not fussed about it one way or another. We done here? Good. Get to it already. I've got a kiosk to run, but I'm sticking around here till you're done, so hurry up and solve this case, will ya? What a ray of sunshine. Weird to admit, but even though I kind of saw this coming, I'm still at a loss. Yeah, she always give off an air of being more than just your average old lady to me, but still. Who would have thought the Kingpin of the Blacklight District was right across the street from us all this time? I could tell there was something over that crone for a while now. In any event, I believe our next destination is decided. Culvert. Another one of those abandoned zones. Odds are that's where those missing people went. According to Gin's instructions, we can reach it via a fork in the road to the condemned sector. Yes, just past that shutter. I hadn't even realized it was connected to an entire drainage system. Seriously, it's like a labyrinth over there. Well, at least part of the way is already familiar. Shouldn't have to worry about getting too lost. Got direct directions to guide us too, so let's head out as soon as we're ready. Sneaky old lady, what are you doing over here? That damn hag. Where in the hell is she watching? She watching me from? Better not do something pointless like call me over, okay? He doesn't know. He doesn't show a single sign of remorse. There we go.
Come on over and say hello.
So you're hanging out by the arena. I swear, no matter when I come here, the place is always in turmoil. If I don't check in on people every now and again, they'll quickly straighten their paths. I've got no choice but to stop by. You guys hurry and get to work already. But if you do learn anything, you let me know, you hear? Alright. And now is a good time to call it a night. We'll just save right in front of our destination, so we know where to go. Alright then. Until next time, have a good night. You'll find these missing people.